Wakey, wakey, time to rise and shine with the Scene Snobs Morning Drive Live show.
Dude, I can't come up with a better song myself. I'm
Thanks, buddy.
awesome. I'm just gonna let you sing every week.
As long as I make it, we're fine.
Welcome everybody to the Snobnation Morning Drive Live Show. We are your hosts, Mick Manhattan and Casey's Man Plot, here to entertain you for the next 3 hours. How you doing?
I'm doing great. It's wonderful to see you and all of these beautiful shining faces that I hope are here today. Man, I mean, or not. That's cool. One way or the other. We're here, you're here, and I'm here, so it's our time. And that's what matters. Yep.
Yeah, I mean, that's why it's nice. Like, and I'm not saying like I knew where you had to work last week, and that's completely fine, and I completely get that. But trust me, it makes it a lot nicer when we get to talk. Like it's like we have that moment of like just talking.
Right. We can have. Well, I mean, look, man. There's no other way I want to start my morning but seeing your smiling face.
Thanks, buddy.
Sure thing, buddy.
Oh man, it's just been a crazy wild ride so far, man. This week has been so busy for both of us.
Mm-hmm.
And I think the funny thing last night was who we were talking? We were talking to Destiny, and we are talking to Destiny and Stephanie when we were at our meeting, and it was just like, oh, don't worry, we're adding a new show. And what hit me the most, like the self-awareness that hit me the most was when they were like, you're adding a new show because Destiny does the website. So she's like, I just finished the website. I was like, it's all right. It's a Patreon only show. And we came up with the idea yesterday.
It was hilarious. So Destiny and Stephanie are the folk who put on the Carolina Fear Fest, some of our favorite human beings.
Yeah.
So, and Destiny is just gangbusters when it comes to web design. She's phenomenal. And she's helping us out by putting our brand new fancy website together, and decided to hard code all of the special shows in instead of making it dynamic. So we were only supposed to be able to have 5 shows.
Well, I don't know where she got that idea.
Like, yeah, no, that's fair.
This is a throw it at the wall and see where it sticks.
And I think it's going to land well. I believe they call it a soft landing.
I don't even know how she got 5 shows. I'm pretty sure we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think we have way more.
Well, don't tell her now. So just throw more shit at us.
You can find out at YouTube.
And there we go. We're kicking the day off right with Casey swearing. All right. Yep, saw that one coming right out the gate. Congratulations, folks. Just walk right into that puppy.
And dude, like a half hour ago, I was in the mode to start ranting and maybe curse.
Yes, you were. Can confirm.
Well, you know what it was? So I had watched the new Taylor Swift Lavender Haze music video.
Yes, good old T-Swy.
I'm not playing it for you because already Dana White went bonkers and YouTube and put a dispute against our podcast on the video form this week.
Dana White, the UFC guy?
It said UFC, so I blame Dana White.
Oh, fair, yeah.
You know, so UFC put up like a dispute because we used the commercial for Power Slap. How we are not allowed to use a commercial on a show anymore? Like, it's a commercial.
Yeah.
I disputed it.
Don't commercials like want their stuff?
But this is why things are changing at the Scene Snobs. And if you really want to have a lot of our content, you got to join our Patreon because we're going behind the paywall. Not this show, but we're going behind the Patreon paywall because we want you guys to be able to see it and interact and be a part of it. And, our new structure, I think it's like a 4 or 5 tier structure, is coming out. And there's in case you were there at the meeting, you know, like there's perks galore.
Oh, there's going to be a ton of stuff all the way through. And actually, one of my favorite things is the new show we'll be announcing later today.
Yes, the trailer.
Super excited. I have been busting my hump already because we're discussing one of my favorite things. And you'll have to tune in. What time are we going to drop that? 9:30 hour? Make everybody stick out and wait it out?
I was thinking about, well, no, it's definitely got to, well, actually, no, I could pull it off. We could show it during the show, but it's going to drop on our YouTube channel at noon.
Yes. So you will get an exclusive premiere look here if you are joining us today, or you can just pop back over around noon to our YouTube channel and take a look there and see what kind of wonderful, exciting things we have in store.
Yeah, it's going to be a fun time. And now, listen, when I say, like, we came up with the idea last night, that's not entirely true. Like, we fleshed that out. Like, we've talked about doing shows like this.
Yeah.
Especially with this topic for a long time now.
Yeah, but we had to do it right. And I think that's one of the big things is we wanted to make sure how was this format going to be? Because there's a lot of shows that do rewatch, watch alongs, whatever you call it. And we love doing things like that, obviously, hence our name, The Scene Snobs. We like, TV, movies, all those fun things. So it's one of the IPs that we're big fans of, that we really love. And we're super excited to be able to finally bring our version of it and our vision of it to the masses.
Yeah, and then we launched the trailer on our Patreon yesterday. And to a really good return. Like, people seem to be really excited for it on the Patreon, and we're gonna launch it on the Discord early. In fact, I might put it on the Discord now.
Oh, well, this is the Snobs Nation Morning Drive Live, so why wouldn't we drop it in and hang out and let our Snobs Nation folks just battle it out and tell us what they think?
Yeah, no, I'd definitely be excited for that. But yeah, I'm excited because I think it's going to be a fun time trying to do this.
No, I completely agree. I love the way you worded that, is the trying. Because, trying.
We are making it hard on ourselves a little bit.
Oh yeah, we put a lot of try into everything we do. So we're happy that y'all are around for the journey. Thanks for joining us.
So if we can reach like 20 viewers today, we're gonna drop that trailer.
Yes, I love it. Get us 20. Get us 20. We got some folks waking up with us this morning. I'm pretty excited.
Let's see
as we hit our first 7 minutes this AM. Jason Taylor.
This is Casey is awake. Good morning.
Yeah, crazy, right?
They don't want me. They're mad that you're asleep. They're like, oh, we don't come here for him.
No, I think that's shock. That's
dude.
They love listening to you. I love listening to you.
Oh, thanks, buddy. Good morning from your black friend. God,
morning, Sturdy.
Say it. David's here. What's up, David? How you doing?
What's up, David? Morning, buddy.
Yeah, so we're getting excited, man. But so I watched the Taylor Swift video, right?
Yes, Lavender Haze, which is song number 1 on her new album.
It's a good song too.
Mm-hmm.
I have no hate for Taylor Swift. I think she's fantastic, but herein lies my problem. And I think it's just this is where I get old man. This is where I get old man, and I'm just like okay. These young people today.
These whippersnappers.
She's 32. I'm 41. I'm going to be 41. So, like, it's not like I don't know. Like, I'm just being stupid, but
it's still a decade. No, I think you could take it.
She directed her video, and I got to tell you, she did a really good job. Like, it looks cool. So I'm watching the video, and now she went like. I think that a lot of young people do this, and we did it as well when we were younger, and now we're just a little smarter. Just a little smarter.
Mildly.
Where you know how you're like, I'm gonna speak the truth, and they put it perfectly in Glass Onion when he's like, there's a difference between speaking your mind and speaking the truth. And I think that's what, and it's so true. And listen, I'm guilty of it. So when I say this, I take that into consideration. Everybody's guilty of it.
Yeah. Speaking without thought can be problematic, but carry on.
So I mean, she kind of goes on this whole rant about how, like, in the song she talks about she doesn't care what anybody thinks, and she's talked about that in other songs too. I don't care what anybody thinks. That's got to go both ways, Taylor. You cannot care about what the haters think, but when you have, for lack of a better term, and I can use this.
Okay. You're like, you don't even have to say it yet. I already know where it's going. That was a great way to start. It's
Listen,
7:10, and we're gonna lose half our audience.
I can say it because I am one. When you have a bunch of fatties coming after you, Casey's like, there it is. I'm gonna drink my coffee. When you have a bunch of fatties coming at you, complaining that you use the word fat and you are considered thin, like whatever. You know, she had her issues to work through, and I don't care if she used the word fat. People are stupid, especially fat people, because it cuts off our oxygen. You know, all that fat. So we have such our internal highway. It's a lot harder to get around to the brain, so we don't get all that oxygen all the time.
Well, I mean, someone like Tay-Tay, who's super tall too. I mean, all that takes a while to get from those feet up to that brain, all that blood pumping. So
no, Casey, I'm 6'8". That's bullshit, you know.
Well, I'm trying to be a heightist. All right, if I can't be anything else, I'll be that.
That's what you want to be. Goddamn LeBron James, so damn tall.
Curse everyone over 6'4". Yeah. Why do you need to be all the way up there?
John Larroquette is just mad now.
Oh man, that's who we're gonna get into a battle with, is John Larroquette, 83-year-old John Larroquette.
I would never want to do that because I feel like he is as smart as Dan Fielding.
Dangerously so.
Even smarter, probably. So I watched this, and like, she changed her video because the fatties are getting angry. You know, the chins are wagging, and she changed it. You know, she appeased them. It's not like she didn't care. She didn't say, like, I just don't, like, I'm sorry, but I don't care about the hate right now. Like, this is something that's personal to me. But then on the other end, I can respect that, because sometimes, like, you know, she has a life to lead. She has business to run, and of basically herself, you know, and she doesn't want to piss anybody off, and she doesn't want to offend anybody. And that's sweet too. There's something to be said about that. Herein lies my problem. The man she uses in the video, transgender man, by the name of, and I want to get it right. I want to use, you know, Laith Ashley De La Cruz.
Okay.
I have absolutely no issue with any of him being used in the video at all for any reason other than he's goddamn gorgeous. All right. And here's my problem. He's more of a man than I am. And I'm not saying that from a transgender point. I'm saying that from the point that, like, he's an Adonis.
Right. Yeah.
And I'm looking at him, I'm like, why can't, like if you, and it's not his fault that she pushes this whole thing about, like, being body positive and you know, doing your own thing. Then use somebody that looks like Seth Rogen. Like, come on. Like, that's where I get annoyed. It's like nothing else. There's nothing else I have a problem with. But it's like, come on. Like, if you really, like, reach out to the guy fan base too. You know, like,
that's not who she's worried about.
They buy her albums too.
Yeah, but it also is nice to have that transgender representation.
Which is fine. Okay, I don't care. Go ahead. But I'm sure there's a transgender man out there who looks like Seth Rogen.
Get an Uggo.
Get an Uggo. Get an Uggo, like us. Like,
yeah.
Like the normal everyday dude.
Get a slamming 4, yo.
Why not? Come on. Just like, give me a break here. This guy, I don't care. I'm going to go on a rant. This guy is so gorgeous. At one point, he has his arm up, and, like, his shirt is off, of course, and he's, like, just perfect pectoral muscles. And, like, he, like, flexes in his sleep, and, like, I can't do it. So he flexes in his sleep, and I'm just like, come on, man. Like, I feel like I watched that, and I'm just like, what is happening right now? Like, I feel so like bad about myself. So I'm turning into the fatties that are complaining about the last video. So I hate myself too. I hate myself during this whole conversation.
Yeah, you shouldn't, because you're a beautiful human being, and the fact that you're using it, you're using it comparatively. Now, if you wanted to, Mick, I'm saying this, if you really wanted to, you could look like that.
Nah.
If you made those sacrifices and ate that way and did all those things and took all the right things, yes, you 100% could.
Yeah, if I had, you are absolutely right. if I had a chance to go to the gym for 3 hours a day,
Yes.
100%. I don't have a
Bingo.
chance to finish the work I need to do for this to take off and during the day. Like I do my squats and my push-ups and stuff, like just sitting there for like a few minutes, and then I gotta run back and start doing some more work. Some
Totally
people
fair.
have to, some people have to, I think my total point on all this is some people have to just accept the fact that they're part of the ugly community and just shut up.
I did that years ago. It's wonderful.
No, you shut up, dude. Look at the picture. Oh no. All right. Here's the thing.
Look at your picture.
No,
yeah,
no,
I'm looking at you
don't
right
show-
now, bro. You look
no,
great.
Just shut up. See this picture of Casey?
Look
No,
at
that's
that picture
maybe
of Mick.
animated, but that was taken from a very real picture. See this picture of me? Same deal.
Same deal. Yeah, it's a
It's
great
not
pic.
pretty. It's not a pretty sight.
Oh, please, bro,
On the left side.
Bro,
The
you're a
picture you
strong
watch.
8 and you know it. You're a strong 8 and I don't want to hear anything less.
8? You giving me an 8?
Absolutely.
You're low.
With
Your
those
standards are low, dude.
those blue eyes and that perfectly coiffed beard. Come on,
No,
man.
dude.
And those nice rosy cheeks.
I give myself a solid 4.5.
Oh, come on. That's basement
and that's
dwelling.
only
You're
because-
not down there. That's where I hang out. I hang out there with the Morlocks.
No, you
Like,
don't.
you are
Shut up.
absolutely.
I feel like this turned into us just making sure we compliment each other.
Because that's what it feels. It feels right doing it. I feel like, since I wasn't here last week, I have to make up and double the compliment.
I just feel inferior because the dude from that video is just so goddamn beautiful.
I mean, I look at someone like Jesse James Keitel, who was able to go from a dude to a chick and be attractive both ways. That's
Jesse
not fair.
James Keitel. Is she
That's
related
not fair at
to what do you call it?
Harvey Keitel? I honestly have no idea.
I kind of want to know.
Yeah.
Oh,
an
yeah,
actress
she's
from-
from Big Sky.
Big Sky, Queer as Folk, and
Yeah.
Discovery.
I wonder if she is related to Harvey Keitel. Distant relatives.
Oh, okay.
Jesse James' dad, Jerome Keitel, is cousins with Harvey.
Oh, that's a hell of a stretch. Yeah. Not quite a Nepo baby. Not
I liked
quite
her
the
on
Tom
Big
Hanks,
Sky.
Colin Hanks. Which honestly, when we were mad about Nepo babies the other day, we didn't bring up Colin Hanks. And honestly, I think he's not a Nepo baby. He's too good. He's a great actor in his own right. I
Yeah.
love him. I think he's
Dude.
fantastic.
But he could still be but that's the thing, you could still be a Nepo baby and be good. Like I think there's a lot of especially older actors
Yeah.
and their kids like because Colin Hanks is older than us.
Yeah.
And he stepped out and he did great. Like I think his first movie was like, or one of his first movies, like his breakout role was Orange County.
Right. Yeah.
And he did great in that.
Yeah.
Now, do I know if Tom got him the jobs? I have no idea. Well, here's the thing. I don't know if Tom got him the jobs because isn't that one son trying to become a rapper?
I mean, is he?
Like I didn't see Tom calling up Eminem being like, "Hey, Chad needs a job." Colin Hanks, man, he is a great actor. I really enjoy Colin. I'm going to say it. I want the Burbs remake with Colin Hanks. It should be.
Really?
Oh, my God. All right. I'm fan casting a Burbs remake. Listen.
Okay. Then we're going to have. Oh, who was the. Okay. So Colin Hanks, who do you want Colin Hanks to be?
I want Colin Hanks to play his dad's character.
Okay.
And Carrie Fisher played his wife in the movie.
Yes.
I want Natalie Portman to play his wife. Make it a Star Wars family affair.
Okay, or Emma Roberts.
No, why Emma Roberts?
Emma Roberts is the freaking daughter or Billy. Oh crap, what's her name?
Oh, Billy Lord. Billy
Lord. Thank you, Billy Lord. Sorry,
I
got the wrong
because then
person.
that would make that'd be a cool connection. But I was thinking
Exact
the
kids.
Amidala Leia.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I see that one connection.
Let's change it up a little bit. It would be funny to get like Seth Rogen to play the
Larry
bumbling-
Hankin.
No, it wasn't Larry Hankin. That was Bruce Stern. Bruce Stern.
Oh,
played
Bruce Stern. That's right. Sorry, Bruce Stern. Oh man, with well, Bruce Stern has a really, well-known voice. So if you have someone else who comes in like, yeah, that'd work.
I think Terry Crews would be funny doing that.
Terry Crews just using his chest the whole time. Every time he goes out, takes
oh no,
trash
I can't
out.
do that. I just got ashamed by the Taylor Swift guy. I don't need him.
And Terry Crews is in his 60s, looking that good, man.
He's in his 60s.
He's got to be up there, brother.
No,
come on. There's
don't
no
do
way.
This to me. Don't do this to me. Serious? He's 54 years old.
There you go.
God damn, dude. I like how you say, like, you can look like that. And it's like, clearly I could. Yeah. But I don't know. The problem is you can't, because these Adonises all started really young. And I came to the fork in the road where it was like, you can keep having abs or you can drink this. And I drank that.
No, that's fair. Yeah, no, that's sugary drinks always win.
If I was Alice in Alice in Wonderland, I would have been dead in the room.
Yeah.
Like the room would have killed me, because it would have been like, you're going to grow. And I'm like, I don't need to grow. And then I would have drank something else and it would have just been bad.
Oh my gosh.
Let's see what everybody's saying. Jason says, I like their new album. Actually, last three I've thought were pretty soft. Of course, Taylor Swift. I'm with you on that, Mick. Use more Uggos or Orego.
Orego. Just a Orego, a huge. Oh, how about a huge? Some usual person.
Are you using a huge in this? No.
That way you don't have to insult them, because if you call them an Uggo, I mean, that's pretty insulting. I can use it because I am one. Orego sounds really close to some other terrible things, and it also sounds too close to reggae, so it's very confusing.
That's fair. I like that.
Or a normie. What about a normie?
A normie.
Oh, a normie.
Jason, hashtag Uggos. Mick, you are far from an Uggo.
See?
Yeah, right. I don't believe it.
Bearded wonder.
Bearded wonder.
He said it. Bearded wonder.
You should see me without the beard. Then you'd be like, dude, you're ugly.
You're still wonderful.
I need to revisit the bird. Everybody should cast Billy Lord. Okay, everybody's on board. John is here. What's up, John? Snobs present Alice in Wonderland. I'm picturing Mick as Alice and Casey as the White Rabbit, and I'm just chasing.
I'm late for a very important date.
He's just like super fast, and I'm like,
just running around constantly.
Why am I in this blue dress?
What do you mean, drink this to get small, eat this to get big? All right, just keep eating and drinking stuff.
Just keep eating. I start eating the mushroom that the cat is on.
No,
it's not the cat. It's the smoke. It's the hookah smoking caterpillar. Yeah. So
I was right. Who are you?
I guess I was 30% right, because I said cat and it was caterpillar.
Yeah, you got a strong start.
I all love though for Tay. She directed the video too, and she did a great job. Mm-hmm. I do get annoyed though, and I think I was more annoyed because I was already annoyed with the video and how ugly it made me feel. Is like everything in the videos and in a couple of other videos too, especially the anti-hero one. Yeah, everything looks very 70s or early 80s backdrop. Mm-hmm. And come on, weren't you born in 89?
Well, you're gonna be mad about it. She's in her 30s now. That's nostalgia. When we were in our 30s, we were hit with nostalgia. Shoot, man, when we were 25, we were looking back on stuff from 10 years earlier. Like, oh yeah, that was the best. You know,
remember when I bought the house, my first house, and it had the wood paneling, and I was like, and the shag carpeting. I was like, this is gonna be amazing. Mm-hmm. I quickly was like, nah. Yeah,
because that changes real quick. I mean, your entire basement was from that 70s show, and I helped you destroy it. It was awesome.
You did help me destroy it.
Helped you rip down an entire, that was a huge chunk of house, because there was ceiling that covered the entirety of it. There were walls everywhere. There was a bedroom down there. There was a kitchen down there. There was that one living area / one theater area. Yeah, man.
Yep.
There was a lot down there. It's huge.
And and then when we took that out, I completely cut the square footage right in half. We went from 4 bedrooms to 3 real fast.
Oh yeah, real quick. Lightning.
And that house, and I liked it because that house was old and rustic in the woods.
Yeah, right next to the. Well, I mean, you had a graveyard next to you, literally
Yes, we did.
separated by a chain link fence, and on the other side of the chain link fence. So the cool part about his graveyard that he used to be next
Not
to,
a high chain link fence either.
no, it was the waste one that you could walk over. His son could walk over. So
Yeah.
so it was great because you had this whole, like, just the entirety of the cemetery, and then directly alongside the chain link fence by this really creepy tree that we never confirmed or denied if it was in fact a haunted tree. There was a witch's gravestone there with like a full on, like, the pentagram and the Baphomet, like, face
Like
on it and everything.
Basically, back in the day, they murdered a woman and put her there, and they away
100%.
from everyone too, because on the
Far
other side,
away.
remember, in the backyard against the fence were headstones, and you
Mhm.
saw
Oh, yeah.
Civil War era, and that one, and like from there is like the line, and it goes out, but then all the way over there.
I mean, they had to have walked it off. It had to have been like a very specific thing, like, first you will walk 67 paces, and then you will salt the earth, then you will bury the witch here and put their remains after dismemberment. Like, it felt intense.
It was intense. And you know what pissed me off the most is that we were right up to it. Now remember, I had a swimming pool.
Oh yeah.
And then we would go swimming while like people were in the cemetery.
Yeah.
And I didn't
go
care.
sit in the gazebo. We'd be sitting in the gazebo just staring at people who are like honoring the dead. And it's like, hey,
hi. Remember when Pokemon Go had a hotspot there?
Yes.
And everybody was going. I went out and swam all summer long. Every time I saw a car pull up for Pokemon Go in that cemetery, I'm like, it's a Civil War cemetery and you're coming here for Pokemon Go. Oh, I got so many cool Pokemons back then. And I didn't even have to leave my front seat. Like, I didn't have to leave my seat in the living room. They would just chill up. And people would get pissed.
Of course they would.
I'd find so many rares. I don't know why they made that cemetery. Like, I do, because Pokemon Go was trying to make landmarks.
Yeah.
Like, and I appreciated that. I was like, cool, but not, come on, not this one. My house is here.
Well, they've got a lot of historic sites, and it's a historic site, so absolutely.
It is, yeah. Oh, for sure. But I was in that pool every time, like, they were coming around. I was like, I don't care. I'm going to splash around like I'm a seal. I don't care. Whatever. Let's game
And he
on.
would, too. It was beautiful. Or like when we're renovating the deck, when there's,
oh my
people
God,
doing that, they're just like, because I didn't realize that day we were pulling boards and clearing everything that there was a funeral going on.
Yeah,
I didn't realize that until you pointed it out, and you're like, dude, we've been doing this for like an hour, and that funeral's been there the whole time. I was like, what funeral? And I'm loud. I am not a quiet individual, especially when I'm outside, and I'm like, who would care now? So yeah, it was,
when we did what do you call it? We did oh God, I'm losing my mind. When we did that, I did realize there was a funeral, and I had to weigh the option of like, because like I remember I was building that deck while I was on vacation.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, I don't have many more days left. I got to keep going. And it was like, do I stop and observe this person who passed away? Nah. And I would just kept barreling through. Sometimes you got to do what you got to do. This deck needs to get done.
Look, man, sometimes you feel like a nut. I get it.
Dude. Oh, so many projects in that house. Oh, while people are watching, guys, we are going to do our contest again this week. I know we paused it last week. But the prize is going to be the Lucha Libre Marvel. You get 4 of them. One is a keychain. Pretty rad. So at the 8:30 hour, we will ask a trivia question. First 2 people to get it right get invited on the show for the 9:30 slot, and they can win that. So, man, I gotta tell you, dude. I gotta tell you, I'm tired. No, you know what it is? Well, let's get into the nostalgia part. One of the things I want to talk about was I've been watching that show, That 90s Show.
Yes, you were texting me about this the other day, and I'm curious what your thoughts are, because I was a huge fan of That 70s Show. Massive.
I think it's better.
Ooh.
Because it plays more to my nostalgia.
Okay, that's fair.
because like it is, they got a lot right with the 90s outfits, the way they act, the way they're the chill hangout vibe.
Yeah.
Which that 70s show did too perfectly. But
brilliantly. But it wasn't that 70s show wasn't actually a nostalgia 70s show. It was nostalgia in the fact that they wore the same clothes. But that was it. That was kind of where it stopped.
Yeah, they would play up the jokes of, and they do that with this too. Like they play up the 90s jokes too, but at the same time, like it feels lived in.
Okay.
And what I really enjoyed about it was that when they were pitching this show, they were saying it like, oh, it's their kids now are all hanging out. And I was like, well, I don't know if I like that. But it's not. It's Donna and Eric's kid and Kelso and Jackie's kid.
Mm-hmm.
Those are the only two that are kids.
Oh, okay.
And I love the way they played up the Kelso one, just because as soon as he reveals his name, like Red is just like, oh, God damn it. Like, no. He's like, why are you here? And he's nothing like his dad. Like, he was a dunce. And
right.
But like he's like a player, but he's like a sweet kid, and he's not dumb.
Okay.
And I was like, I like how they're playing it up, because he's a different type of character. You have a dumb one. Yeah. Of course he's the big kid. He's like 4. He like kind of reminds me of me a little bit, honestly. Although when I was that young, I wasn't that big, so that was the funny part.
That's fair.
So but overall, the way they're acting, the things that they play up, like so I was super stoned the other day watching it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Here we go.
As you should be.
I'm gonna take you on a tour.
Let's wander.
I'm watching the show. Now, you remember I loved 90210 as a kid. We've talked about this.
Oh, absolutely.
Like Casey was watching things as a kid that it was just like, oh shit, he learned a lot of stuff. I was watching 90210.
I basically anything Ken Burns.
Yeah, like Casey at 9 was watching all the Ken Burns baseball documentary, and I was watching 90210, and it's just like,
I mean, I was watching the John Tesh and Bee Gee concerts on PBS, bro. You're darn tootin'. I loved anything PBS programming.
You're so weird, but in a beautiful way. It's not like a bad thing when I say that.
No, I appreciate it. I take it. Look, basically everything that went on at Red Rocks that PBS aired, I watched.
I hate you for the same reason I hate that guy in the Taylor Swift video, but for different reasons. One, I hate him because, like, goddamn, like I wish I looked like him.
Yeah, no, same.
I hate you because of like the smart things you did, the smart choices you made.
Oh, believe me, there's a balance, my friend. There's a ledger, and I am barely in the black. All right, so let's not.
I'm like, what did I choose to watch as a child? 90210.
I mean, I tried to watch 90210, but honestly, you know what threw me, man? When Tiffany Amber Thiessen went on the show and they had that hot tub scene, I was like, Kelly Kapowski would never.
I don't care. That was great. That was great. That's why you shouldn't have been so smart, because you watch it and you're like, I'm going to logically think about this. And I'm like,
that's exactly what happened.
Yeah.
That's exactly what happened. 100%.
I will say this, watching this show, and kind of bringing that back. Like, so they did an episode, and this is why I want you to watch it. So I'm super stoned right and watching it. And it already makes me feel like the 90s when I watch it. Mm-hmm. And it brings me back. And then they jumped into doing, you know how they would jump to like, kind of like they're imagining something happen.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Well, they did a great job where she goes into her own mind, comparing herself to characters from 90210 in this situation that she finds her in with a boy. And so they would jump into it, and they would do the full opening credits with all the cast of that 90s show in 90210 and dressed perfectly. I'm like, how did they get more dressed? How did they dress more 90s?
God, I'm sorry. That freaking thing is stuck in my head now.
I know. But then they would do Scene. Here's my favorite part about it, and I'm going to give it away. Brian Austin Green showed up as David from 90210. He had the hair and everything. He was dressed like him, and he would just show up and be there, right? And so she's like imagining herself, and he shows up at the end. He's like, "Hey, I'm DJing a party at the Peach Pit later. You want to come? And he's handing out flyers. And he's doing his best David impersonation. Like he's doing great. And he's in it and he's owning it. And I loved every minute of it. And it made it elevated the comedy so much more. And then they pop in and he keeps doing that. And everyone, it's just him like, hey, here's a flyer. You want to come to the Peach Pit and watch me DJ later?
Wow. And
it was perfect. It was just so 90s that it hit me right in the face. And I was like, I'm in.
Okay.
I'm
excited for it because it's got Red and Kitty, who were some of my favorites. So
they're the best in it.
And I love that the layers that they've put this in, because it's that 90s show that took place 24 years ago now, since the 90s were. Now, let's also remember that, congratulations, that also anyone from the 70s who were watching that 70s show came out, 98? So that was 20 years removed. So
it's definitely...
Yeah, so it still fits in that line. It's just, I'm excited and terrified because I'm also like, oh, we are all parents now. There are certain shows that make me feel my age and understand my age. I like to continue on the lie that time is just a number and it doesn't matter. And, I could live forever until I don't. So
I hope the show keeps going on. It's so funny. I want it to go on and become such a success that one day,
that teen show
25 years from now, I don't know what the 20s, that 20
show, that 2010 show,
the 2010 show,
the pre-COVID show.
Oh my God. They should do oh my God,
the world before COVID. And we'll all be past remembering like Paramore and going to bars at crazy hours.
It's just not as much fun. All the kids like stay at home and talk on their phones.
Yeah. Oh my God.
They don't even go out to the basement anymore.
We'll find out what they were actually like because we weren't kids in the 2010s.
Oh my God, no. I really am enjoying the show. They do a lot. The thing I like most about it is the nuances. Like Red and Kitty. It was funny because I'm watching them and they're talking about things from the 90s. And I'm like, my brain, because I was so gone, my brain was like, it was just gummy. So I don't know why I was so gone, but I really was. And I rode the high and like I looked at Mary and I'm like, she's talking about things from the 90s, but it's Kitty. And I'm thinking the 70s. I'm like, why is this happening? But they're perfect. And Red is not as like, he was always mean to Eric. He was always mean to Eric, but he's not. He's a grandfather now. So he's not mean to her. Awesome. He's very like sweet, but he still tries to play up the I'm a curmudgeon-y guy.
He was sweet to Lori, his daughter, before the meth.
Rest in peace, man. That actor. They, and like they touched down on everybody. They brought Leo back. They brought Fez back.
Okay.
They brought Donna and Eric were in a couple of episodes.
Wait, Leo.
Yeah, Tommy Chong.
Oh, that's right. Oh, okay. I forgot he had a name.
Did I tell you what I'm going to do?
No.
Dude, I have never, because you know me, I was straight edge up until it was legal, right?
Yes, you have been.
I have never watched a Cheech and Chong movie. And I'm going to do it.
Oh, buddy. I think that should be a live watch along for our Patreon members.
No, I want to enjoy this. I'll be too like in my own skin. Like, no, I don't.
Here's the fun thing is you're going to watch it now and you're going to realize why that they were funny.
Oh no, I always thought they were funny, but you're right.
I think they're amusing. I think they're amusing. I think it's a whole nother thing when you experience it the way they're experiencing it, because you're just like, I remember not stopping laughing.
Dude, you said Sequest last night and I almost threw up.
Yeah, well, because anytime you can throw out a Jonathan Brandis product is amazing. Because it's always Sequest. The most absurd answer you can ever throw out for your entire life will be Sequest. Because of the talking dolphin and Jonathan Brandis.
Dude, somebody we were talking to last night goes, what was that show? It had like a fish in it and blah, blah. And Casey so matter-of-factly said Sequest that I thought it was true, one. And two, I couldn't stop laughing for 45 minutes. Like I'm losing it. And the two people we were talking to had never seen me laugh like this, and now they start losing it because they're like, "What is happening?
What is happening?" Also, one of them back there going, "What Sequest was?" I died at that one. That's when my pop off hit. I was like, "Oh,
What do you think? Roy Scheider was only in Jaws?
He did other things.
52 pickup.
He was a captain of a ship."
Oh my god! I need to rewatch Secret. No, we have
No,
enough
you don't.
to watch. We have enough
No,
to
you
watch.
don't. You do not need to rewatch.
It was
Sequest.
Star Trek in the water,
but it wasn't. When you watch it, it was.
I'm remembering.
Substantially. It was closer to Thunder in Paradise.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm remembering something completely different.
Oh, I remember it being cutting edge. I remember it being phenomenal. Sequest was one of my favorite shows. It was right up with Star Trek. It was there.
You don't.
And then I went back and going back for the rewatchability. It does not have it.
I'm remembering almost not on the level Star Trek was, but I'm remembering almost on the level of like what is it called? No, I love Babylon 5. I'm glad it's coming back. That was my thing. I didn't really jump into Star Trek like you did, like because I watched TNG,
right?
But I didn't go any farther, and the original series, but I didn't go any farther at that time. But I jumped into Babylon 5. I was like, I'm in on this. I love
Babylon 5 was a hoot, man. I mean, the political drama that they were all battling against was wonderful. Yeah. It was really well done. And then when they got into the Shadow Ravers and everything else, and the Rangers, and then the captain nukes a planet, it's like, oh, okay.
Babylon 5 reminds me of The Expanse meets almost DS9.
Yeah, it's very much. That's exactly what it was. Do you remember Kira, who had like the head thing but the long hair? Yeah, she passed last year, man. I had no idea. Sucks. Yeah,
that's a shame.
It's nuts. And then Garibaldi died last year too.
Really?
Yeah.
How are they revamping this? Well, I mean, you can do it, of course.
But you can do it without your security chief. You have Claudia Christensen and Bruce Boxleitner, so I mean that's half of really the main cast.
Yeah, and you're reviving, so you're gonna have to do a new cast,
new aliens and stuff. So
we do have a question for you, John Wass. In your opinion, Casey, what's a better show, Babylon 5 or Deep Space Nine? In my opinion, Babylon 5 is good, but Deep Space Nine was better. It just had a longer through line.
So Deep Space Nine, because it's part of the canon of Star Trek and because of what it exists in, has a fully fleshed out world because of what supports it. Not take a damn thing away from the cast, because that cast is great. Hi, George. Babylon 5 was really good, though. Like, I loved Babylon 5 so much that Nice, John. Cheech and Chong were a central element of my childhood. So I don't know. I think Babylon 5 deserves all the love and respect, much like Battlestar Galactica does. But I think Deep Space Nine is the superior show. It is. It fits better into the timeline, and you have an incredible cast. And there's nothing cooler than having such political strife of literally the enslaved planet that was forced to build the station are now a free people trying to figure out, what do we do in society? Where do we fit? Do we do the Federation? Do we not? You know, they still have to deal with the Cardassians all day. Those dang spoonheads are always there. So, I mean,
Vagina
it's
head.
Pretty wild. Vagina head.
What's up, Niched?
Nitch.
How you doing, man? Thanks for joining.
I mean, I'll tell you, they're not thankfully they're not Kardashians. I'll take Cardassians over Kardashians all day.
Any day of the week, dude. I will hang out with Gal Dukat and over Kim Kardashian.
Shoot, man, I'll chill with Golda Meck, and he was a jerk.
Yeah, Garrick.
Oh, I love Garrick. He was fantastic, though. Dude, it was all true, dear doctor. Even the lies, especially the lies. Got Andrew Robinson. Now there's somebody. Between all of his movie roles that he's done, I actually didn't even realize he wrote a Star Trek book. A couple Star Trek books.
He was so in, man. He loved it.
Oh yeah.
Him and
Julian Bashir.
No. I know you. No. Oh God, who was it? Jeffrey Combs. Jeffrey Combs.
Oh, Jeffrey Combs. Yeah, buddy.
That guy, man, he was like, I'm playing everything.
I mean, I always love the ones when they're like, the Vince McMahon memes where they're like, and then he's like freaking out.
There's a little taste of our new show.
Yeah. There's Jeffrey Combs as Wayoon, Jeffrey Combs as multiple characters. I mean, he did so many, and he was fantastic.
Wow, this is the first time I've seen post notifications like this. Yeah, absolutely. Comment along, please join in.
Yeah, please, absolutely.
Just don't call me late for dinner.
Hey,
I want to use that at the end of even when it makes no sense.
I know you do. It's gonna be terrible. It's never gonna land. Which is
I've done that to my wife before, where it's like she's like, "Hey, could you do the dishes for me?" And I'm like, "Yeah, no problem." And she's like, "Okay, good." She's like, "I'm just really tired." And I'm just like, "Just don't call me late for dinner." And she like looks at me like, "Why? Why would you say something stupid like that?" And because I don't know, because I don't look like the guy from the Taylor Swift video. That's why.
I don't think it has to come back to that all the time.
It's gonna. I'm still mad.
Beauty's in the eye of the beholder, so you have to understand and listen to her when she says she loves you and you're beautiful. You have. I
believe her. I believe her because she did marry me, and I don't have powers to hypnotize her.
Not anymore.
So I feel like it's real.
She took your little coin. You used to always carry the coin, and then she was like, "Nope."
I feel like after 9 years, it's real.
Now that we're past the expiration date, it's got to be real. I mean, obviously, it's still here. It's meant to be.
She married me for my mind.
Yeah. And your face.
And my face. Yeah. Spoke about the new show, guys. I am glad, John. Yeah, I saw your comment. Yes. It's going to be fun. Tell your turkey friends.
Oh, so you're gonna drop more hints without actually dropping the thing?
You want me to drop the trailer for everybody who's watching now?
Let's do it at 8. If everybody sound off in the comments real quick. If you will be here at 8, we will drop that trailer.
Yeah, originally it was supposed to be let's get to 20 viewers, and we realized that's difficult.
Yeah, I don't know if that's gonna happen.
No, yeah, I mean maybe eventually.
Yeah, one day.
Drop it at 8. Drop it at 8. Drop it like it's hot. I have it up. I already put it on here.
Drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot.
Press play.
Sookie.
Yeah, it's gonna be a good time. Jason said he'll be around. I don't believe it. I'm here till 10. I love it.
Dope.
Nietzsche says, haha, what country do you live in? We are in the US of A. We are in
man. The old America.
Where are you from?
We're in that North America. Yeah. Where are you from?
Don't worry about us. We're ridiculous and stupid. We want to hear
what we do. Yeah, we're not important here. You guys are.
Why is it that
appreciate every single one of you?
Why is it that it's so why do I immediately go to we're stupid?
Because you like insulting me. So that's just where it starts.
That's bull. It has nothing to do with that. It has to do with me. FYI, we're running for president.
Hey, 2024 co-pres.
Write us in.
Remember, we're not going to make the signatures, but you can write us in and throw your vote away.
We are a part of the absurdity party.
Yes.
Write us in as co-presidents, both of us together equally, and not president, vice president. We have another person for that who knows exactly what they're doing.
Yeah, thank God.
If you don't think that we became co-presidents, we wouldn't put together the most diverse and perfectly represented cabinet. I'm getting people who make us look good.
Who would all absolutely be experts in their field, who would be fully competent and functional. It's not about us doing well. It's about making sure we put the people in charge who do the right things at the right places at the right times.
He says he lives in Russia.
Well, welcome. Snap.
Welcome
Hi.
to the show.
Yeah.
You don't have to say sorry. Don't say sorry.
There's no sorry there at all.
We're all part of the human race, my friend.
Amen. Hallelujah. We're all on this one giant big blue marble spinning through Earth, just being flung around a sun at crazy velocity. So it's cool.
Yeah. I am here all day long on your page now, noon, and the rum cocktails at 7. I love it.
Oh, yeah, because we got a Mr. Master Shake tonight.
Dude, everybody plans to be around 8. Mm-hmm. Except for Dale. Oh, there he is. Hey, Dale.
Don't worry, Sturdy. There's no made up job for you, bro. You're just gonna be the hang around. You're just gonna be the guy constantly in the White House in the Oval Office. Actually, also, I want us to move out of the White House. We gotta rename the White House.
I just want to move to Camp David. Camp David's. Let's rent out the White House.
Yes.
Let's just let the homeless live there.
That's it. That's what we're gonna do. That's exactly it.
Although a situation room would be kind of cool. I have a situation closet right now.
Well, the Pentagon's big enough. We can go over there when you need to be situated.
I just really need an office. We're going to still podcast.
Yeah.
Can we podcast from the Oval Office, please, at least once?
No. We're going to podcast from the old post office. Or not the old post, the old office building. The old executive building. So the old executive office building was at one point the White House and temporarily the White House, and usually where the vice president holds their office. And it's just down the street. So that way we can rent out the White House. Okay, look, but there's a helicopter pad at the White House, which would be dope.
Listen, everybody tell us what changes you'd like us to do when we're president.
Yeah.
Sturdy says, we'll make up a job for me when you're co-presidents. We're not going to make up a job for you. The janitor job will be free all day.
Nah. No, man, we got to have our hangout, dude. What's up, Dale? Morning, buddy.
What's up, Dale? No, of course, Sturdy. We're not giving you a cabinet. I'm telling you, we're giving capable
real cabinet people.
We're
going to have
people positions. So that way, when we make a decision, we know all of the advice we're given is sound.
Exactly. And then when we go to hang out with our friends, everyone will already be at Camp David. So we can just hang out with all the people that we love and want to see. So like half our year will be spent there. I mean, look, other people have spent half their year at like golf courses. So we can do whatever we want. And it'll be fine.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
I'm in for it. Dude, we should go go-karting.
Yeah. That's what we're going to say. When people are like, well, do you know how much business gets done on a golf course? I'll be like, do you know how much gets done on the kart track?
Oh, my God. Every time a foreign diplomat comes, we have to race them?
Yes.
Just
that's exactly what we do.
That's how we settle every dispute.
No, that's how we decide who gets to start first in the negotiation.
Okay, I like that. Dude, if we do that, we're fixing the budget the same way Dave did in the movie Dave.
Okay.
I want to sit down with all the cameras and just be like, let's fix this budget.
Yeah.
Let's do it right now. And then just be like, go ahead, tell the cameras that we're idiots. And then I'm going to get immediately impeached for punching pedo Mac Gates right in the face. I don't even care.
Well, that's cool. I mean, assault is still, illegal, president or not. Oh, but we have.
And the president says it's still illegal. I wouldn't punch him in the face.
You people have asked me questions, and I'm here to tell you that no, I'm not a crook.
Dude, I just hope he doesn't run for president. Ugh. Hey, we try, Niche. But thank you for being here. Come hang out with us. What the F did I walk into? Getting thrown under the bus immediately. Classic Dale. Listen, Dale. I haven't heard your voice in a while. I'm annoyed.
I mean, that's understandable.
And take care of race relations.
If you're talking about like racing on the golf court, on the golf course, or some sort of, you know what, you will be race relations. Any single time we have to do a race, Sturdy's involved.
Dude, I just think if we can get like 1% of the vote right in, and have the absurd party be a thing.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we got a new party. We got a third party.
I want a third party. I've said it until there is no breath in my lungs, I will continue fighting for a third party, because we have got to break the stranglehold that the two have on this nation.
And I will appoint a Supreme Court justice if possible, if it comes up during our 15-year tenure as presidents, because
we have a Secret Service. I'm sure we could make that happen.
No, I don't want to do that.
What? Look, I've seen Absolute Power. I know how this works.
Yeah, I don't want to do that. I don't want to be that president. I want to be a nicer president.
You don't want to be Gene Hackman? Gene Hackman was a great president.
No, I want to be Michael Douglas from American President. Like, that's the type of president I want to be.
I love that I'm already power hungry. Like, yes, and then,
but that's why we're president. Like, Casey, calm down. It's okay. Let's talk about Star Trek for a little while.
I'll just completely be done. I'll be like, oh yeah, you know what? We can be the best society ever. I'll just go to NASA. Like half my time would be spent at NASA offices, cruising and like perusing all of the NASA sites. So I just trying to talk to. Well, I'll put together a bigger space coalition. That's exactly what I would do. That would
Dude,
be my
that'd be
focus.
great. Like,
Yeah.
who would do? I'd visit everywhere. I love if they were like, hey, you have to go here. Like, okay, cool. I would go to Russia if they let me.
Yeah.
And then I would hang out with Niche. That's what I
Well,
would do.
exactly. That's exactly what we should do because we got to get over this crap, man. It's just
Yeah.
dumb leaders. That's all it is, man. It's dumb leaders. It ain't the people.
That's true.
We all love. We just want to love.
We have one vote.
Boom.
Jason Taylor's going to vote for us.
But well, 3 because I'm voting for us, and you better be voting for us.
I'm voting for the other guy.
Come on. What in the world?
Whoever it is, if it's going to be like Trump and Biden, I'm going to be like, which one wants my vote more? And they're going to be like, are you going to vote for yourself? Nah. It's up for grabs. What do you want?
I'll sell my vote. Yeah. Good call, Mick. You said janitor. You said janitor.
That wasn't like the black guy gets to be the janitor. It was just he was the first person to say he wanted a job. So
to the
you gotta work
guy.
your way up. You work your way up. And not because you're black. Don't say that. God, this is like digging me deeper in a hole.
It's amazing how you do this to yourself. It's always fun.
It wasn't a black thing.
It wasn't. It's your friend Sturdy, and you just obviously want to make other people clean up for you.
I do, but like I'll pay him really well. Like I don't want. No, I mean, fine. Now I feel stupid. I want the head of administration of sports diversity. Someone needs to put guys in check. Is that a thing?
Yeah, no, but it is now.
You're not getting that, George. I'm hiring Pete Carroll.
No, I'll make George. We can make George the ambassador attaché to the secretary of that position. So that way,
George is now the ambassador to Toledo.
Yes, and he has to report to us how things are going. So I constantly want check-ins, but he has to actually hit where every major Hall of Fame is for every single sports. That's part of it, man. You're going to be my attaché. And I am going to have a lot of attachés because I want to constantly be able to say attaché. And then I have to find a really cool version. Oh, yeah, he does. Sturdy loves getting you. It's always funny.
It's like, dude, and like the other day, when we signed his thing, and he wanted my black friend Sturdy, and I had to ask first, and I'm like, can I do this? Can I write this? Like, I feel bad. And he's like giving me the okay, and I'm like, I don't know if it's still okay or not. You keep making me do these things. I can get you any Hall of Fame. I'm 1 hour from Canton.
See?
Okay.
See?
I want the Wrestling Hall of Fame.
Done. And where's that? Bridgeport, Connecticut?
I don't know. Whoever, what's his name, wants to sell it to.
The WWE offices, which are like out of Stamford, Connecticut? I don't know. I've passed them before.
You sure? If I heard correctly, if yes, then I am also going to move to America there.
Woo!
Great.
Get on over, buddy. We're ready for you.
All right.
Yes, I love
it. Come on down.
Yeah,
don't feel bad, Mick. It's all in fun. I hope so. Comes off very bad. Tell us how you spend Halloween together. We spend all of Halloween. We spend the entire month together almost every day.
Yep. There is not a thing that we do not do during Halloween whilst hanging together.
That's our anniversary month. So we're like shows galore.
Yep. Every single one of them. And then, but you know, as much as I love Halloween and that is my favorite time of year and being able to spend all that time with you, my friend, we do have something else that happens in September that we were remiss to not really hit hard as hard as we did our first year together. And that is something that we'll be rectifying because we are working on a show that will be bringing together some of our favorite parts, some of the best parts of all of us as society. It's one of my favorite shows, one of my favorite programs that since a small child. And it really has solidified what I think are supposed to be the great moral values and really, really great ideals of the human condition. So we are finally going to begin taking a bit of a trip, something of a travel, perhaps even.
Would you say a trek?
We could be trekking. And it would be nice if we could trek on a decent timeline. I don't know, say chronologically, from the beginning all the way through to the end, in order.
The end so far.
The end so far. Because, my friends, we are not done. We are far from done with all of the delightful properties that will be coming out soon. So, without ado, or any further gilding the lily, what say you, my friend, that we drop that beautiful Trek footage?
All right, here we go. There it is. We have a new show coming, exclusive to our Patreon. Things are sort of changing up. So if you wanted to get in there now, get in there now, because we are going to have different tiers available with different perks and stuff like that. That is going to be our first official Patreon exclusive show.
Mm-hmm.
And that is Warp Factor Fiction, a complete analysis in chronological order of Star Trek universe.
We're doing it all. So the format we've kind of been kicking around on, and I think we finally landed on completing one season.
Nope.
And then we'll put out an episode of our show. And we are starting with where at the begin, which is Enterprise season 1, because Enterprise, chronologically speaking, begins all the way back there.
Now, you may be saying to yourself, what about First Contact, which has Zephram Cochrane? That does not start chronologically, and it is time travel, and we've thought about that, and we've added elements of that to it too, with the Kelvin timeline, things like that. Mm-hmm. Casey has gone so in depth with the chronological order of how things work that I think you guys will be impressed. And we're going to be, like he said, we're going to be doing one every month. We're going to do probably 2 episodes on Patreon, mm-hmm.
Covering
a season of the series, of every series. And then we'll do maybe 1 month, if there's movies going on, maybe we'll do 2 episodes of like 2 movies or something.
Yep. And that's all going to be starting in order. So we're going to go right from the word go. It goes from Enterprise, all 4 seasons, Star Trek Discovery, seasons 1 and 2. Then we hit Strange New Worlds, 1 season there. The original series, then all 3 seasons there. The animated series, both seasons. All the TOS movies, 1 through 6 then. Then Next Gen follows that. Then the Next Gen movies. Then we go to DS9. Then we've got Voyager, Lower Decks, Prodigy, Picard, and then all the way back around to Discovery, seasons 3 and 4.
Yep. Oh, yeah. It's going to be split up. It's going to be just fun. We are looking to get lots of guests on. People who know Star Trek, but also people maybe from Star Trek.
Good luck, Mick D. Sorry, I just saw him leaving.
I just want to say that, because he says hopefully he doesn't get taken in the front. Of course, it means front lines with the war going on.
Yep.
We hope so too. Stay safe out there.
Hopefully. Man. Yep.
And thank you, John Wash, for saying that the Scene Snobs are some of the best streamers anywhere in the world. Thank you.
Thanks, John. Appreciate that. Buddy.
Dale's like, what? You have a new show?
What?
John's
okay.
Good. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. Because I'm really looking forward to sitting with Casey and getting in depth on the shows and the things that we're watching in Star Trek. And the fun part is we've already decided, because we do realize ultimately this may be like a 2-year endeavor, maybe a little less than 2 years, depending, right? And this isn't going to stop. If we are pumping along and we're doing well and the Patreon's doing well and people are enjoying it, we have more planned afterwards.
And not to mention, by the time we actually get to when some of these other new shows are launching, like Section 31 is supposed to be coming out. There's the Starfleet Academy that's going to be coming out with Tilly, which, although that takes place in the future, that's Discovery Timeline Season 5 area. So that's We won't get to that for a couple of years, but
That's true.
But by the time we get around to it, there's new shows along the way. We'll be picking up. Strange New Worlds is coming out soon, and you better believe that's being added to the list. One of my favorites. So,
well, that'd be the best part. Like once we're finished, like once we've taken that journey, anything that comes out afterwards is just added, and it's nice. So we'll be able to go back and like kind of compare notes to where we were and where it went. But we've even talked about Doctor Who. We've talked about like we have plans for it. We have plans for maybe even Star Wars, other things like that. So and this is going to be a look. There's so many shows that look in depth into this amazing franchise that has been around so long.
Oh yeah. I mean, you've got the Shuttle Pod show with the Enterprise cats, Dominic Keating and Connor Trenier is one that I enjoy watching.
Well, then so they can pay us for promotions. Don't tell them.
Oh, sorry.
No, I'm kidding. I'm just messing around. User question mark called a
Hey,
sus.
we got a user.
We're sus.
I love user question mark.
User? I love it. Go for it. This is going to be fun. My wife is excited about the new show. Oh, man, that's awesome. I appreciate it.
Sweet. Awesome. Well, hopefully we don't let her down, Sturd.
We're going to try not to. I'm going to let Casey do most of the talking because...
Man, that's part of the joy is I'm so excited to see your perspective on some of these shows because you've never really made it through all of these series. So it'll be neat to see what you think of like Enterprise, for example. I mean, right out the gate, we're doing one that, I mean, for the first couple years it was on, I really struggled getting through. It's been a long road.
That I will tell you, I did watch it once when it was on the air. And yeah, it was tough. Yeah. That song makes it tough.
It does. It did. Now I can't stop scream singing it every time it's on. I'm like, it's been a long road. I love it. It's amazing. Like the other day at work, I was just bebopping along, listening to the Star Trek intros. Yes, that is what I listen to sometimes at work. Every single intro in chronological order. Before you even brought this up, buddy, this was the day before you brought it up. So I think I manifested it. Maybe I knew it was happening.
You know, it's funny, like, because I was, talking to Mary about it and such, and, discussing the new show. And she's like, I think it's a great idea. She goes, I'm glad I gave it to you. And I'm like, no, you didn't. And she's like, I told you guys when you were stoned, like a month ago, you should do a Star Trek show for Patreon. When she was talking about Patreon.
Right.
Or she said Star Trek or Doctor Who. She said, like, things we like. And I was like, yeah, but we came up with this one because we were talking about TOS. And she's just like, well, it's the same thing and just planting the seed. And I'm like, no, this is not your idea. We came up with this idea last night. So, a bum tried to steal money from me. A fun day. Oh, man. That's been there.
Blows?
Yeah, hopefully. Well, tried, so I'm assuming you kept it. So
right, yeah. Hopefully you were able to, like, run real fast.
Out of there like the Flash.
The Flash.
Mick and Casey and everyone in the chat, I had thoroughly enjoyed our time together today. Unfortunately, my job now requires me to leave my office and deal with my coworkers. See you again soon. We'll miss you, buddy. Thanks for joining in.
Good luck.
Are you Wilbur?
Yeah.
Doctor Who? When he's just like,
oh yeah, when he says goodbye.
Just calm down, dude. Stop saluting.
All the saluting.
Oh my god. He played that role really well. I loved it.
He did.
Dude, I gotta tell you, man. I am excited for this new show. It's gonna be a lot of fun.
I'm stoked for this new show. This is gonna be amazing. Like I said, just being able to talk to you about so many idiosyncrasies, the full story and timeline of Star Trek. I mean, we got into it a little bit yesterday, and I was already like, yes, oh god, it's gonna be so great. And figuring out where we're gonna plug in timelines and how things are gonna work here, there, everywhere. Oh, this is gonna be good.
It is. I'm telling you, dude. I am in. I think it's gonna be just a really great time overall, and only because we're bringing that same, like, what's that same feel like we have, doing this, but now we get to talk about Star Trek and get in depth on it. I'm down.
Yeah.
What type of transportation is better to get to work, by donkey or donkey?
Donkey.
Depends on the donkey.
I mean, are donkey, mule, or burro? Because
I realize that users probably trying to troll us.
Yeah.
Good luck.
Uncontrollable.
We will absolutely have an entire topical conversation about anything that you want to throw our way. I'm going to use this as my excuse to watch for the first time some of these stories. Yeah, like Voyager, I've seen episodes of. DS9, I did a full watch not too long ago.
No, it wasn't all that long ago, but by the time we get to DS9, we're talking September.
That's going to be a tough one.
That's after TNG. I mean, TNG has 7 seasons, so that alone is 4 months.
Yeah. And we're going by season.
Yep.
I don't know what TISM is.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. I'm going to type it in. I want to know what a TISM is. I want to know what it means. Initially, thank you. Oh, you said it. Why didn't you just say that before I looked it up? Why didn't you say that's what it means?
I literally said, thank you so much. You said, what does that mean? I said, thank you so much. And then you said, why didn't I tell you? Nah, man. Nah, you're not gonna shame me.
You ain't going to shame me. You made it sound like you were saying thank you. Shoot, I'm going to try and watch as well. And that's the best part is because we're going by season. If you miss certain things, you'll at least you're still not going to miss out. I don't think.
Yeah, and we're hitting the whole. It's the broad strokes. We're going to be hitting like the major big points, the highlights, the things we loved, and how each series and each season of the series works into Star Trek. And of course, we'll probably have kind of a chronological Trek timeline as far as where we rank each season of each series as we go.
Hey, I got a question for you. It's not Star Trek related, but and sorry to derail on that, but I did have a question I want to run past you and just see. Okay. When we're presidents, plural. How do you feel about COVID and vaccines?
I think it should be as common as Taco Tuesday.
So if you get a COVID shot, you get a taco.
Every time.
It's got to be a good taco, though. It can't be none of these crappy tacos.
So there's this place in LA called Tirsa's. And if you've never been to Tirsa's.
I've never been there.
It's incredible. So it was right next to whatever the famous sandwich shop is that's like down the street from the LA City Hall. Yeah, it was phenomenal, dude. It's so good. But she put some beast tacos together. Well, everything, man. But her birria is out of this world, bro.
I think my favorite tacos of all time have been from Xandra's.
Oh, Xandra's here in Xandra's. I mean, what now with many locations, I believe Fairfax, Haymarket. They've got some spots, man. I love them. They're fantastic. I love Miguel too, the owner. Fantastic dude.
I remember going in there. So there was this awesome Mexican restaurant called Xandra's. Here where we went was the one in Manassas. Mm-hmm. And Casey started working there, helping them build the bar out and things like that. Like he was like consulted on it, and he would be on the bar and such. And it was like, okay, let's go visit Casey. And then we'd eat the tacos, and it'd be like, this is the greatest thing I've ever experienced in my life.
They're phenomenal.
And now I live too far away.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you're not too far away from Haymarket. You can make a hustle.
I will tell you the one there's a place in Winchester. What the fuck was that? What did you drop?
Nothing. Don't worry about it.
Oh my God.
I'm not sitting here just fiddling with maybe a Star Trek comm badge.
I love it. See, this is why this show is going to be successful. You'll find out on Patreon, which Dale says, join Patreon.
Yeah. Listen to Dale. Dale knows what he's talking about, folks. Be like Dale.
Yes. Really excited for this undertaking. Patreon exclusive access to the trailer yesterday was awesome, which you'll be getting more because I was Dale, I don't think you were here when I said earlier, but we are restructuring the format. So there's going to be like 5 tiers available, trying to incorporate everybody at every level. And, whatever anybody wants to be a part of, but there's going to be tons of perks. All of our live shows, except for this one, are moving behind Patreon. So you have to be a Patreon member to watch the live, but the podcast, of course, will still be available and the YouTube page and stuff. But there's so much more to it. I got to give it got to give credit to Mary, who took over as president and ran with it.
Yeah, she has really set us on the right course. So fantastic job. Props to our president who's keeping us in line.
whose main goal, as she talked about it, was like, well, what can we give them? What can we give everybody? Like, let's talk about it. And she did research and she went into it. She's like, I want this. I want any level that comes in to feel like, hey, I'm a snob and let's do this. And she really did that. And I love that. I might have a good guess for you. Actor friend appears in Deep Space Nine, Star Trek.
Yo,
love that.
That's dope, David. That'd be amazing.
David, appreciate that, man.
Heck yeah.
That would be amazing.
Yeah, because that is something we would like to do, is for these episodes, because I think we haven't really gotten completely into the structure, but considering we're dealing with a whole season, I anticipate these going 2 hours, something along those lines.
Yeah, and they're going to be cut up. That's why when I say 2 episodes, it's going to be cut up so you're not watching just 2 straight solid hours.
Yeah, because that can be a lot of all this face. And it would be great if we were able to have a guest on, so that way they can discuss their time and their interactions. And it's always great to get that like behind the scenes idea, kind of hear how other people interacted and what they got from a show like this, from a series like this that's so long running and so storied and it's just so rich. So it's always fun finding out what different people's perspective of it is. And plus, I mean, this is Enterprise, man. We could start with Brent Spiner if we want to. We could try for LeVar Burton. He was a director on 9 episodes,
Yeah, I got outvoted because like I'm really excited to watch Star Trek, but my Night Court TV rewatch show is just still put on the back burner because Casey. I was like, Brent Spiner, we should do a Night Court rewatch. And he's like, Night Court? We need to be doing Star Trek, and I'm like, all right, fine.
I mean, I understood that the Night Court rewatch was worth it, especially hearing them talk like this. I mean, who doesn't love that? But
everyone.
Oh man, but yeah, so it's pretty cool, man. I'm pretty excited about that. Roxanne Dawson, also who played B'Elanna Torres in Voyager. She was a director for 10 episodes. 10 or 11 episodes on Enterprise. Yeah, it's always great. That's one of the things I love about Star Trek is that familial sense to it. The fact that everyone carries on. People always take something from it. They want to give back to this community. They want to continue growing it. Jonathan Frakes being just a freaking hallmark of it. It's fantastic. So yeah, really interesting. Really excited to get this out to y'all. And for me, I'm just excited to watch more Star Trek.
Yeah, 100%. I am too. There's a lot that I'm not like super excited about compared to others that I'm really excited about, if that makes sense.
Yes.
And it's nothing, but here's the fun part about it is I'm actually glad that there's things I'm not excited about, because then when I get there, that may change.
Yeah. Well, see, that's one of the things too, is like for me, I've always struggled with the Voyager rewatch. Like I enjoy parts of every season, but I do not like the seasons on whole as a rule. But the last time I really gave it an honest shot to rewatch was almost a decade ago.
Yep.
So yeah, it'll be interesting to go through because it'll be fun. It'll be very fun.
I agree. Yeah, we're gonna have a great time. So, all right, guys, we are getting to the point where we are going to be asking the questions in a few minutes for the trivia. And the first 2 people to get it right in the comments get invited on the show in the 9:30 hour. Casey, if I can just run to the bathroom real quick, would you please take over?
Certainly, my friend. I'm sure I can find something to have a conversation about here.
All right, I will be right back.
Let's see what's going on in the headlines. Well, and I'm also curious to what you guys think. So as everybody's out here having conversations and whatnot, curious as to what y'all's favorite stuff is. If you are excited about Star Trek and you love Star Trek, throw it in the comments as far as what season you're most excited for, as I am curious about that. I know normally we like to leave ourselves the news towards the end, so we will probably allow ourselves to get to that in a little bit. There's no reason to rush into that. Gosh, this light is killing me. I'm sorry. I don't know. I'm sure everyone can see this light kicking in right here. It's because I'm pretty sure I'm getting ready to be taken away. Carol Ann is calling me, and I will be going to the light soon. That is really annoying, especially when I'm on big screen. Oh, man, that's terrible. I didn't have a whole lot of news that hit me that made me shocked or blown away by anything. We do have a few bits and pieces to throw out there. Billy Packer, a longtime college basketball broadcaster, has passed at 82 years old. Famously known in several years while working alongside Jim Nance during many, many of the tournaments, all the college basketball tournaments. So that's wild. Billy Packer dead at 82. That's one of those weird ones that always gets me too, because I used to love, and I mean love, following college sports. I watched every single thing. I was such a fan of every sport. I had to watch all the time. I had to know what was going on. Every tournament, every final, I was there. I would watch it. I was involved in it. And I was not, over the years, I have really just stopped watching sports altogether. Like, I'm just not such a fan anymore. Over the years, I've slowed down and I've stopped, and I don't see the point as much as I used to. I'm a fan of watching my daughter go shoot archery, but that's about it. Like, I'll watch some of the games, and, Mick and I continue to support the Giants in the NFL, but I don't really like the NFL. I mean, they're kind of crap and bullies. I mean, same with FIFA. I don't even like the World Cup as much as I used to. That used to be a nonstop can't miss. Every match, I'm following it. If I've got one TV on, I've got a laptop on, I've got a computer on, I've got everything geared towards it. Over the years, that's really mellowed for me. I'm just not as a fan anymore of watching these $multi-million people able to get away with being horrible humans, hurting people, and just being damaging, and yet they circle the wagons to protect their properties because that's what matters, is all the money. So anything where I think I've seen through to where it's just grotesque abuses, I'm like, I'm over it. Let's see. We got Sturdy here. Dale, thank you for letting me know how bright it was. I feel like it's a little slower now. It's not as bad. Okay, cool. I like my vampireness, and unfortunately I didn't close up my blinds properly. So instead, you get to see it exactly in the, you don't get to see my house poster. Instead, you get to see the reflection of my window. How exciting is that? Sturdy says, I don't know about Star Trek much. Just always enjoyed watching it late night when nothing else was on. I found it as a kid and really enjoyed it. Yeah, I kind of did the same. My dad used to watch the original series that was on, so we would check that out. After the original series, I got into the TNG. That was my thing. That was absolutely my thing, especially with Geordi LaForge, man. He became the person I wanted to be. He became who I modeled my life after. Not blind. That just happened. But I was always mocked for having ridiculous glasses because I had the worst glasses you could choose, with the giant metal ones with the big bar over them. Yeah, because I was like, well, they look like aviators, but they're clear. It was terrible. Picked on relentlessly. So definitely never a fan of that. But that's why I was able to connect with Geordi. I also always wanted to be the guy who was in charge, but not the captain. I wanted to be the guy who was head of a department. So that way, like, you always had the answers for that one specific thing, but it also meant most of the time you could be left alone to go do your job. And, you're hanging around the warp core, which was just dope. So that was always a good time. So I've gone straight from the original series, where I was a big fan of Scotty, and then into Next Gen, where I was a big fan of LaForge, and then following into DS9, where I was a big fan of O'Brien. Clearly, I should have been an engineer, but then I found out you had to math, and I don't want to math that much.
Tell me that doesn't make sense with your current job. Tell me that doesn't make sense. That whole thing you just said doesn't, it fits, it aligns. Because you may say, like, I should have been an engineer, but you are of sorts. And now you run it.
Yeah.
So you've reached that dream, dude. Now quit right now.
Yeah, just leave. Be like, all right, I made it. Later, folks. I'm out.
I'm not 100% sure that I may not have to run again.
Okay.
Coffee is having fun right through me.
Yeah, no, I completely understand, brother. You go ahead and do what you got to.
It's a good opportunity for me, but I really think really love the world building in Star Trek, but I've never given it a chance. You should.
Oh yeah, man. I think you're really gonna enjoy it, Dale. And there's a beautiful thing to see the way they've gone back and forth. Jesus. Yeah, he's getting Mary hogwash in those bellies. It is really exciting for you to be able to give that a chance, Dale. And that was one of the things I had talked about. And one of the reasons we wanted to do this was because we realize that there's a lot of people who haven't finished all of those seasons, all of those episodes, all of those. It's going to be fun to kind of be able to highlight maybe this season didn't work for you. Maybe you weren't a fan of Voyager. Maybe you weren't a fan of DS9. Maybe there's something, some part that was lackluster to you. It'll be fun to be able to discuss those things. And doing this show on the Patreon will hopefully give us that opportunity. The world building in Star Trek has always been fascinating to me. One of the things I think I despise most about the world we currently live in is the fact that we can't just get over our own crap. This whole the proliferation of wealth and the idea of the accumulation of wealth and the fact that we have to gain things and everything is stuff. The society of Star Trek that Roddenberry created was always one of my favorites because it was that utopian society where once you no longer have to, fight and struggle to just get the basic necessities of food, water, all the building blocks of life. I mean, being able to just have a roof over your head, all of those creature comforts through matter synthesization. I can do that through synthesizers of matter. Once you're able to, move forward with that, where you don't have to fight to just survive, the idea of a society where you can be something and just go whole hog into it. Like I would have loved to have been an engineer. I really would have, or done something along those lines. And yet, college costs money. And everything costs money in order to do it. Now, I don't have that. I'm not a man of means. So you make do with what you got. And the idea that, money wouldn't be an object and you could just do whatever you wanted to do. The idea that your capital is your reputation. How good you are in your field is really who you are. And that's how you're judged. I'm way better with that. Absolutely. Make it a society where you have to work to be ranked highly. Sure. Competition is great. I'm all about competition. I just think the idea of these fruitless, useless, unnecessary things are problematic, says the guy with all of this. But I love art. And I think for people to be able to pursue their passions, to be able to pursue art, there's so many artists who are bogged down because they're trapped in jobs that they despise. And they're not given the opportunity to be able to really show their art or to be able to use their art or express themselves through their art. I think it's unfortunate. It's sad. It's a bummer, man. That's one of the things. That's why you got to vote Scene Snobs 2024, because that's what we want to do. We want to work on matter synthesization, you know what I'm saying, matter synthesizers. So that way we don't have to worry about this anymore. Once that's done, we're good. Now, the unfortunate world of Roddenberry does put us in a strange point in their timeline. So this is kind of like the pre-show show because it deals with World War III. Well, the Second Civil War, World War III, Second Civil War, Eugenics War, which is where we get Khan and all of the fun, let's play with our genome. And then turns into World War III, where it just winds up the world burns and there's 20,000 people or 200,000 people that have to propagate. So yeah, interesting society, interesting take. It sucks that we're currently in that position where World War III is more steadily and dangerously around the corner. 90 seconds to midnight, folks, on the doomsday clock, in case anyone was wondering. That's right, 90 seconds to doomsday. The closest that clock has ever come, ever in the history of mankind. That's wild. So what a time to be alive, huh? Who knows what else is going to come around the corner? We have so many options. So it's very exciting for us to be able to pursue this avenue and to be able to get into it. And for anybody who hasn't seen or isn't aware, it's going to be fun. David says, I love the outtakes from the original Star Trek series. They're pretty great. They're pretty good. Leonard Nimoy laughed a lot. He seemed to be the one who broke character constantly, which was fantastic. Jimmy Doohan, who played Scotty, seemed like he never was not Scotty. He was always in character, which is nice. So that was a good one. I see what else we have here. What else do we have going on in the world that we all live in? Gosh, I just saw another picture of Jesse James Keitel. Stunning. I don't know if I want to say Keitel or Keitel. I feel like Keitel. works. Harvey Keitel. It's a weird way to say that one. I don't know if I like it. Huh. Apparently, Robert Redford wore 2 pairs of undies to protect himself from Barbra Streisand in The Way We Were. Well, I can understand that. Babs wants to rub up on you. She gonna rub up on you. And she did. With lots of dudes. Oh, crazy news, too. How about Paris Hilton's mom, everybody? Remember, that's hot. Well, yeah, she's a mom. And she seems like she's kind of pulled herself together and is something of a better person. Maybe. I don't know. They have PR people. I wish I had a PR people. I could use one of those. Just change my image completely. Cool. Let's see. So many Kardashian stories. It's just the worst. I don't understand it at all. Pete Davidson's dating again. Who does Pete seem to be with? Chase Sue Wonders. All right. Way to go, Dave. Is that his assistant? Huh. Not quite sure. Oh, no. Co-star. Okay, cool. That would have been weird and problematic. Yo! Hey, let's give some love to David, our friend David Myers-Gregory in the chat, who's tooting his own horn. He just wrapped Bike Riders with Tom Hardy. That's fantastic, man. Good deal. Tom Hardy, who very famous, known to some of you as Bane, but also to some of you as Shinzon, one of Jean-Luc Picard's clones. So that's pretty rad, man. That's fantastic, David. Stoked, buddy. Congratulations. Keep booking, bro. Keep going. I love to see it. And we always want to support you, man. So if anyone has any great news y'all want to share, this is, you know what? I feel like we need to switch that. That's going to be a new segment in the Friday morning show. I'm gonna jot that down. I think it's important for us to have the, what do you call it? It's going to be important to have the good news, the Friday good news segment, because there's a lot of stuff. I could sit here and be bogged down about all the different news, the real news, and we can have a real news moment. I could sit here and discuss all the things with you. We could discuss what's going on in the Ukraine war. We can discuss where we are geopolitically right now. But you know what? Enough of that crap. We get it every day. This is Friday, and you're here with the Scene Snobs. So we're not doing that. So the good news. What's good? I like it a lot more. It's, everything we do is always a work in progress, because you always want to grow. You always want to better yourself. You always want to be the best version of you. And we want to be the best version of us and giving you the best show that you love. So keep on crushing it. Now, David got a scene with him.
That was a terrible experience.
What are you talking about?
My current experience.
Your current experience?
I was making eggs. That's what I was doing.
Oh, okay.
Nobody needs to know.
That's interesting.
I like how we had 6 viewers, and then I came on and I went to 5.
Oh, because they were tired of me.
It was like, oh, this guy's back.
They were done. Oh, what the hell is this guy just rambling on and prattling on about? We need to have a good news segment.
He doesn't look like the guy from the Taylor Swift video.
That guy said Harvey Keitel's name weird. So I was saying Jesse James Keitel because I came back up over it as I was just passing. I was like, hello. And I realized I'm calling him Keitel. So now it'll be Harvey Keitel.
Don't do that. Don't you do that. Man's a national treasure.
And he's in National Treasure.
Oh my God, he is.
Yeah.
Oh my God. And he's, TV show.
He's in 3 of them because he's got the 2 movies in the show.
Yep. He's on. Yeah. He was him and Justin Bartha, the connection on the show. Nick Cage didn't come back for it.
Yeah. I know.
I wish he did.
I doubt Nick Cage would come back for that. He's a fancy Hollywood actor. He has a whole movie about himself.
But that's true. It was good too. I don't care what anybody says. I enjoyed it. So, I wanted to ask you, are you going to check out that Sarah Michelle Gellar show, Wolfpack?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I'm going to watch everything with Sarah Michelle Gellar.
Nice. Did you see the news? Her husband came out and was talking about her experience on Buffy.
Yeah, I did actually. Freddie Prinze came straight to her her defense, and brought up that it was rough times, really bad times. Like she still struggles with some of that stuff. And I love the way she handled it, coming out going, yeah, it was hard, but I'm not going to sit here and point fingers and come out with stuff that's just going to rehash and hurt more people. And it's not going to help anyone moving forward. And I was like, you go, Sarah. All right, SMG, do work.
Yeah, I am definitely excited to check out the new show, and I'm glad she's back. It's putting more of a light on that whole Buffy situation with the Joss Whedon stuff.
Yep.
Here's my thing. She keeps quiet. She doesn't she's like just glad to be done with Joss Whedon. That's it. So she keeps quiet, and I got to give it to her. Like that's what she wants.
Yeah.
Everybody's of course asking her about all of that stuff.
Oh yeah.
She's doing her best. She just doesn't want to do it. So part of me is like, but everybody came out and spoke for it in defending her and saying like, if it wasn't for her, a lot wouldn't have been done. And she had plenty of fights with a certain someone. And looking back at it, it's like, but should we be talking about that if she doesn't want to? Can we talk on behalf of somebody?
You can. I will say yes, but you. So it's always touchy here, right? As someone who, ever since I was young, I always wanted to be middleman because I want to take care of fights. I don't like arguments. I don't like fighting. I don't see any reason why people can't find common ground and just get over their own shit.
Shut the fuck up, Casey.
I take that one. Oh, that's two.
I did it on purpose, though. I wanted to play the game.
All right, fair enough. So, yes, I think you have the ability to step up and be Chadich, to be someone's side, to be a spokesperson for another person. You have to respect that boundary so well because you cannot get into details. That's the key when you speak up for someone else. When you get into details, you are now opening their stories. You are rehashing and opening their doors that they have purposefully closed. So although you can speak to them, you can support them, you always have to defend those doors the same way. You have to protect that. Yeah. You have to respect the other person's boundaries, and it's healthy to do that. But it's also healthy to say, yeah, I think that guy was a douche and he treated my wife like crap and I didn't like it at all. And she still struggles with it sometimes.
Yeah.
And I think that's enough. You know what I mean? You don't need to go into any more than that. Everyone knows the players. Everyone has ideas. And if you want to let other people want to let their minds wander, just fucking let their minds wander. Those are idiots. Let them be idiots.
Yeah. Here's the thing that gets to me.
Yeah. Dale.
Actually, I'm gonna ask the question before we go. Oh, do you need to run?
No. I was just saying hey to Dale for the support of the Sarah Michelle and Wolfpack.
Yeah, and I do have a point I want to bring up on that though. But before we do, let me ask the trivia question. The first two people to answer it can come back in the 9:30 hour at 9:30 and be on the quiz. Who is the only actor to receive an Oscar nomination for acting in Lord of the Rings movies? Okay, so with that point of what you were just saying, Casey, I wonder though, because you see a lot of these like bigger stars from back in the day coming back doing TV shows now, and we like accept them with open arms, and it's like, oh yeah, and it's kind of like a supernatural type show, so it's right in line with the Buffy fans. What if the show is bad? I feel like we don't get a natural reaction from a lot of people because they were such fans of her and Buffy. If the show's bad or it's just not as good, are we going to get an honest response out of it?
Yeah, of course. People are going to stop watching it. The numbers will dwindle.
Yeah.
Instead of actually people critiquing it hard, which is what you and I will probably not do, because I will not go harsh against things like that. I will not hit back against things and people that I love, but I will stop watching it. That's how I won't support it.
If I review it, I will give an honest review. I'm not going to, we don't trash on this channel.
No. Because it's based on if we are entertained. If you're entertained and want to keep watching it, that's going to speak for itself. Yeah. If you're not entertained, but it's a good show, it's just not your cup of tea, totally fine. That once again, I think that's a big thing that you and I try to do is say, look, maybe it just wasn't made for us. Maybe it's just not ours. And that's fine.
Oh, Fred will trash something.
Go watch Fred, yeah. What's up, Fred Carroll? How you doing? A fellow Connecticutian.
Fred's new book is coming out over the summer.
Oh, snap. For real?
Yeah. So you gotta go check it out. Go follow Fred Carroll, his show Apostrophes, where he talks to writers and other people. Okay, that's one answer. I'm not pulling
so
it up.
We got two answers. We got two
answers. One of them's right.
Okay.
I'm not going to tell you which one.
So whoever thinks that they can throw the other one out there.
Yeah, let's say, you got 50-50 chance at this point if you look in the comments, but yeah. Oh, actually, no, they're both YouTube. That's fine. They'll figure it out. So first person to answer the question, I'll ask it again. Let me ask the proper. Who is the only actor to receive an Oscar nomination for acting in Lord of the Rings movies? So
nice.
If you get the next person to get it, gets to come on the show with one of the people who already answered. Mm-hmm. And I can't believe the two people that answered are the two guys who have been going up against each other
consistently. Well, what I really love about this too. So Dale threw out John Rhys Davies, and one of the things I love is that Rhys middle name. I think it's such an odd name because do you recall John Rhys Meyers?
Yeah, there's a few of them.
Yeah. Well, I love John Rhys Meyers, famous from August Rush and The Tudors. Which if people haven't watched The Tudors, go back. That's a go back in time, and it is worth a watch. It is awesome. It's the only thing that made Henry VIII palatable in any form of historical accuracy or consideration, because he was a monster maniac, crazy person. So watching John Rhys Meyers do it, he's a monster maniac, crazy person who does it really well with a big eye intensity. And Natalie Dormer, who we loved in Game of Thrones, she's in The Tudors. She plays Anne Boleyn. It's a great role.
That's true.
So really fun.
Is it the Ian guy? I never watched the films. Well, take a guess. Guess him.
Yep, there it is.
You never watched Lord of the Rings?
I believe that. I 100%. He was probably busy with. He was probably busy with like another Death Wish movie. I bet you Fred was a big Death Wish guy. Yeah.
All right, so we have a new contestant. First two people, because I can't give it to Fred. He didn't say the whole thing, but the right answer is Sir Ian McKellen, which was given to Sturdy and Jason. So, guys, I'm going to throw you guys the link. Now I'm watching you people. Well, you pick it up.
We love it. Yes,
I prefer
Watch
that.
it so hard.
We're basically the Lord of the Rings movie. We're here for 3 hours on a Friday morning.
When you don't expect it to be 3 hours and then the time passes and you realize, oh my gosh, I still need to do that laundry.
I'm going to send Sturdy and Jason the link. They're going to be going head to head. Actual new, I don't know if I should announce that yet. I don't know if I should announce the big move. I don't even know if I told you.
What?
I think I did.
I hope so. Nah, it's more fun when it's a surprise.
Well, you know what? Let's just throw it out. Let's show it out here. So, recently, Sturdy and Jason got together and they hosted an episode of Does It Suck? Mm-hmm. And we're going to see more of that. We may have Tim and Dan do one. Casey and I are going to be doing some more. I think we should do Valentine for Valentine's Day.
I'm okay with that. The David Boreanaz movie?
Mm-hmm.
Bro, I'm always going to support Angel.
There. See? That's why I went with it. I was like, I think we'll have fun with it. Jason's bald. Let him in. Okay, wait, Mick, give my link to my man Dale. Can't join working yet. Okay, well, Dale didn't get it right. So then whoever says Ian McKellen next, you can join in.
Yeah, you got to say Ian McKellen.
Yeah, you got to have the right answer. McKellen. So if Dale writes it, or Fred writes it, or somebody writes it.
Fred just writes the rest of McKellen. He had the first half.
He gets our first half.
Jason's bald. Let him win.
We will do this.
Wait a minute, Fred. Are you not bald? I don't know. You always wear hats.
Fred, I think Fred shaves his head.
It's a choice bald.
Nothing wrong with that. McKellen. So it's Fred and Jason. Fred, I'll send you the link. Be good. We don't curse anymore. Except
be awesome. Be excellent.
I don't care. Right? Whatever. Ratings are ratings, right?
Exactly.
The Nielsen's. No, I'm just kidding. So at 9:30, guys, 9:30, you're going to come on. And so hold off till then and then jump in and we'll put you
up. And then we will have you all in here at 9:30. You are 45 minutes away from experiencing your game. So tell me, my friend, should we hit up a little news and weather here as we approach the 9 o'clock hour?
Yes, I do want to say one thing before we move on, guys. If you haven't had a chance to check it out, go check out our most recent live special event where we, Jason, don't jump on now, 9:30.
He's excited. I get it.
I'm excited. Recent live event, which was, we talked about The Last of Us, the first 2 episodes, and we will continue on throughout the season.
Yes, and we will be doubling those up. We had a special guest on that one with AJ Coppola of Nerds Doing Nerd Things podcast. He was fantastic, one half of that show, and he was a lot of fun. And once again, a fellow Connecticutian, all my Connecticut people, we're forming. I thought I was the only one who got out.
You thought you were the last of the Connecticutians.
Yeah, I really did. I was like, man, I mean, yeah, it's a state, but I mean, people don't really live there anymore. What's just like one giant Hallmark studio.
All right, let's be real and don't be a jerk. Don't be a jerk here. I want a real answer. What state in a situation like, in a post-apocalyptic situation like that, do you think would go first?
Would go, what do you mean?
Like just decimated.
Oh, would be eaten alive?
Yeah.
And screwed over immediately? California's too big, but the southern half of California would be shot real quick.
Okay.
I'm going to say the other option there, it's going to be a warmer state. I think we all know it's Florida. I think we all know Florida is done.
Yeah.
Florida has no chance, buddy.
Florida's going to incubate whatever the virus is.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. The problem is 3 generations down, it's already going to be like turned into something new. So their bodies will have adjusted to it. So they'll be mutants, but they'll be the mutants who will survive.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
So we should do what Bugs Bunny did and just saw it off and let it float off into the ocean.
I mean, it worked if it worked for Warner Brothers.
Nothing works for Warner Brothers these days.
Not anymore. They're screwed.
Yeah, let's do the news and the let's do the traffic and the weather. Do you want weather first or traffic?
I can go ahead and take care of that traffic if you'd like, buddy.
Go for it, buddy.
Let me go ahead and just refresh this thing. Sure, I can actually shoot this to you real quick.
I will.
So that way we can get fancy with it and make it look like we're almost professionals.
All right, I'm going to share it right now.
Dope.
And then I will shut
Good morning, San Diego. Welcome. Rise and shine, folks. We've got your traffic report here. We're going to let you know how things are going. It's a beautiful day out there.
Oh, shit.
What happened?
I hit the wrong thing. Hold on. Keep going.
So as you're traveling down today, I just want you to be mindful that it is Friday, so you can't anticipate a bit heavier traffic this afternoon. This morning's looking pretty light for you. You don't have much going on. If you're cruising through La Mesa around 8, taking Route 8, 125 or 94, you are seeing life really good right now. Things are wide open coming on in. If you're taking 15 southbound, you're going to find yourself just wide open all the way into the city. No problems whatsoever. If you're heading down Route 5, you're going to see that it, too, is wide open, as well as the 805. That's going to be really nice as you're cruising through. And much like meth getting me open like fallopian tubes, you're going to see 163 and 52 just cruising along, right? And then unfortunately, everybody who's coming from Coronado, looks like there's a little bit of a holdup there. Not sure what exactly the problem is there. If we take a look on 75 West, it looks like we're seeing traffic for some reason. Oh, an accident. We have an accident right there. As we move through National City, if you're coming north on 5 through Chula Vista, you're going to see that National City is completely blocked. We have a massive accident right there. Aside from that, though, you should be good to go. And the rest of your trip into San Diego will be wonderful. Make sure to take care of yourself and enjoy everyone else around you and be kind and respectful of their time, too. One more time, there's an indefinite closure on 163 North at Quinn Street. So do be aware of that. Be advised. Make sure you work your way around. That's the traffic and everything I've got for you. Enjoy the rest of your day. Thanks, folks.
All right. Moving right along. Let's get to the weather, shall we? We are also staying in San Diego this time. This first time I think we've linked up and really went for it, but we're going to do it. So the wonderfulness of it is that it is a beautiful 48 degrees here in San Diego as of 3 a.m. And that is astounding. So for your Friday weather, it looks like we're going to get into a high of 68. Sunny, high 68, winds north-northwest at 5 to 10 miles per hour. And then once we get into the night, it's going to cool off a bit, but not too bad. Light jacket weather, if you will, if you're taking your young honey out for a date. Then here, go out. It's going to be clear to partly cloudy, so you may see some stars, but it's going to be a low of 44 with winds east-southeast at 5 to 10 miles per hour. But that's what you get when you live by the water. That's your, but your 10-day forecast is looking like you're going to get some rain showers this Sunday and Monday. And then that sun will be back out and it'll get into the 60s very fast. You are not suffering like many are out there. So good luck to you.
I tell you, that sounds great. That sounds great. You know, those stars aren't just in the sky. They're also in their eyes. You know what I'm saying? So make sure to enjoy your weekend and you have a good one, folks. We appreciate it, San Diego.
Open like fallopian tubes.
Heck yeah, man. Wu-Tang.
Yeah, right.
Tang.
Tang.
Yeah.
Don't tell me I can't go outside. Laugh out loud. It will be like COVID, but worse in Florida.
Oh yeah.
Listen, I'm pretty sure
they just primarily do bath salts. That's half.
I'm pretty sure people just live with COVID in Florida.
Yeah.
Just how it is. They're just like, this is how it works. We just got a cold now. It's mutated to a form where it's just like, we're not going to really try and take you out because, you know, whatevs.
It's cool. I mean, they have enough algae going on, algae bloom and issues down there that's just like, you know, murdering all the life. So it's fine. Did you also see this fantastic report about the fact that all freshwater fish now contain PFAs, toxic levels too?
Oh, well, I mean.
Yeah. So all freshwater fish, all freshwater fish.
Salmon?
And especially all freshwater fish, especially natural freshwater fish, have higher levels of PFAs than the farm-raised ones. Congratulations. We've done it, world.
We've ruined everything. Wu-Tang ain't nothing to muck with. I like it.
Don't be mucking about.
Don't mucking about, you know.
I'll put on my gasoline boots and march through hell.
You are right, AA Ron. You are right. I love it. I will take any reason to call somebody AA Ron. Tennessee cop fired for sex romps with fellow officers gets $10,000 strip club. Welcome to America.
All, Mick. All.
Oh my God! And immediately, I clicked on this link. Casey, and I don't know why, but I'm going to share it with you.
Oh God! What are you watching
now? I'm going to share it. And we're going to see it. And what's the first video they pop up? Casey? Guess.
Is it Wu-Tang Clan?
If she is having sex romps with other police officers and she's offered a $10,000 to strip for, you know, at a strip club, what do you think the first video that pops up would be in this article on the New York Post?
It's in the New York Post. So I'm going to say the first video that would pop up would be Star Trek.
No. Her riding a mechanical bull.
Oh. More on sexual misconduct. Just everything about this.
The Tennessee cop who was fired for having sex with 6 other officers while on duty at the same time? At the same time.
Like, is that for real? They were carrying on relationships at the same time. Like, she was cheating on her husband and all these other guys were having affairs. Yeah.
Which, not good. After hearing about ex-cop Megan Hall's
allegedly
shocking sexcapades, whatever. We all know what's true and what's not true in these days. But which included sending explicit pictures taking her top off, girls gone wild in quote style.
What?
You can't just say flashing. You had to say girls gone wild. Like so was it like, you know, like.
Yeah, Girls Gone Wild style. That's not fair. Whatever happened to flashing? If you go to Mardi Gras, why isn't it Mardi Gras style? Because that's the most common place where you get the beads. That's where it all started.
All right, that's fair. And sleeping with a colleague and his wife. Deja vu showgirls asked the married 26-year-old to take the stage We want her at Deja Vu Nashville on March 17th, your birthday.
Well, you know what I want for my birthday present.
I know what you want for your birthday, Casey. I know what you want, and I know what I'm going to try and make my damnedest happen. $5,000 per show. The club's regional director, Michael Durham, told Scoop Nashville. I get the moral outrage, Durham noted. However, she is no longer an employee of the La Vernay Police Department. She can now choose what is best for her financially. She looks like she's 16 years old.
Yeah.
This story just got a lot sadder.
I mean, it is a sad story, man. It's sad for the people that were hurt, sad for the relationships that were destroyed, and the publicity of it. What is that? What is that?
They show the strip club for some reason.
If Hall were to perform at the club, it would be for the 34th anniversary party on March 17th. So they just have taken pictures of strip clubs, which I'm pretty sure you're not supposed to have cameras in those places.
I don't think you're supposed to, but I bet you it was like the bar manager who did it, so it's okay.
It's a promo pic.
If Hall were to perform at the club, it would be for its 34th anniversary party on March 17th. And tell me you don't write it in. I want the co-presidents of 2024, the Scene Snobs, to host the 34th anniversary. I want to go to Nashville with my buddy here to this strip club, not touch any of the strippers because we respect you as human beings. Unless you want us to, but I'm not gonna because I'm a married man. You can touch Casey for his birthday, and I want to celebrate on the Scene Snobs podcast live Casey's birthday and the 34th anniversary of Deja Vu Nashville. Yeah, I am 100% in on this. This should be the party. This is the birthday party I want to give you, that you deserve.
That's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. The fact that there's a picture there to show you where it needs, like,
there's 5 pictures, dude.
Like, why does it have to be? No. Okay, that makes sense. I mean, it's unfortunate because at some point you're just shaming this poor woman who's already lost her job and, kind of screwed these other people over. So, I mean, I don't know why we have to.
They do everything.
That is true. The New York Post is terrifying.
They are absurd. That's why I do it.
They are. No, they're fantastic for the absurdity. It's good. Is that her eating a chicken wing again? Are we back to that picture?
Did it pop up for you? It didn't pop up for me.
No, the next one. Go to the next one.
Yeah. No. But it's not populating.
No, it's not popping.
It's doing that.
Popping.
Yeah, getting her.
That's just depending on, and then strip club.
Strip club. Look at this dude's face. What is this dude looking at? What's over here? He's not looking at this blonde here. He's not looking at her. He's not looking around at all the women around here. He's straight up looking up, and I want to know what it's at. What is more interesting over here than anywhere else? Like, I know what this dude is looking at.
The mystery is what. Yeah, no, there's no mystery there. Most of those clothes don't allow for mystery. In fact, if we do go, I will show up and I will come to work. I will dress to impress. I will shake my groove thing.
Well, you have to because we're running for co-presidents of 2024.
Well, yeah,
write us in.
One of us has to have something. Party. Look, here's the thing. You are going to be like the straight-laced guy. You're going to be the one who does everything right with the family and all that stuff. So I've got to be the problematic one.
Oh, my God. Will you be like the drunk uncle? Like I'm holding the kids and have Mary next to me? And you're like the Big Lebowski in your bathrobe. And you're like, we're going to run this stuff.
Yep. That's me. I mean, I'm halfway there. So let's just keep rocking.
Casey's going to walk out and he's going to wear a white suit everywhere he goes.
No, man. I'll probably dress in like Starfleet uniforms half the time, but mesh dress, the really fancy ones.
Oh my God, we continue the podcast on the Patreon as presidents, and we're just like, we're going to teach you guys how to make a utopia. Let's do this. We're abolishing money. First day. It's first day we go to give a speech, and we're abolishing money, and it's like, no.
Oh, what? Like all of a sudden out the gate, like money's gone. Well, that's why I would spend so much money on power and matter synthesizers. That's it. We have to figure out how to reuse trash. So you know what? remove it down to its base or particles, and be able to build it back up and use it for whatever, to eat,
First
for other vessels.
First goal is we need to make sure that we are putting more money in people's pockets,
Always.
in Americans' pockets,
Yep.
because inflation is insane. We need to figure this out. That's
We
our
need to
first
protect
goal.
education, because if you're not smart, you can't help lead this country or lead this nation.
It's true.
I mean, you can, but it's not going to be well.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people have done that, Casey. First things first, we're going to fix the fish.
True.
We're going to fix the fish. We want all the radioactivity out of the fish.
Mm-hmm.
Our whole goal as president...
Fix the fish. Oh my God, Scene Snobs, fix the fish.
Fix the fish. Listen, I'm serious here, people. If you write us in and we somehow... I am talking about, like, the biggest shot in the world. You're just like, you know what? Let's, like, how could it be worse? Let's just vote them in. And we somehow become co-presidents. My goals are pure, because I know you're thinking like, well, the lobbyists will get to them. Yeah. I punch lobbyists for breakfast.
Oh, we're going to take K Street by storm.
Punch them.
We're going to be protesting on K Street as presidents. So we're going to be the ones in charge, going to K Street being like, no more.
I will tell you what, as half co-president.
Yes.
My goal, and I hope Casey agrees with me, any lobbyist who's looking for something, money, whatever it is, you can have exactly what you want, but you have to go through a series of 3 trials. One of which is you have to swim with a shark, not in a contained area.
I like
you legit have to just swim with a shark.
Yeah.
Not all of them. You can if you want to do more. But, like, we're not going to the Bahamas where those sharks are, like, docile and like, oh, we'll just swim.
No, you're not going to hang with lemon sharks. That's BS. We're going to great whites. I'm going to go find some bull sharks. So we're just going to throw you to them.
And there's one suit in the 12 years as we are president, because we're going to get 3 terms. I know it. Because we're going to fix everything, Casey.
Well, we can split it up and do 4, because it's technically 2 aside.
That's true. There you go. So in our 16 years as president, we're going to fix everything, and I'm only going to wear one suit, and that is the anchor suit from the mayor from Jaws wore.
You're darn straight you are. That's the only one you're allowed
only
to.
Suit I will wear, but I will not be sleazy like him and only out for the money. I'm going to change it.
Well, here's the thing. So if you're doing the money thing, part 2 of that, the second trial, is you have to go along that, those weird, like, old, broken down. Have you ever seen any of these videos where people are on these old trails? Like the old busted trails where, like, the bridges are, like, barely, there's, like, one slat, and you have to, like, just keep moving it and keep moving yourself forward.
Yeah.
So, like, you got to go on those, and then you have to clip in because you're on a rock face, but it's just 2 cables and you're just shimmying along like that.
Yeah.
Yes. So swimming with sharks in open water.
We got to find the most absurd. It's the
cable
absurd part.
shimmy.
So we got to find it. And if you can do all of these trials, like if you can do them all, we'll give you what you want.
Yeah, no, 100%. If
aside from, like, genocide, like, we're not going to be like, okay, we'll take out an entire country.
We've got genie wishes, all right. We're not bringing people back from the dead. We're not killing anyone. We're not. You can't make you fall in love. So let's calm down here.
So yeah, we're gonna have some. We're gonna be the best presidents of all time, because we're gonna be the last presidents of all time. Because after we're done, either it's gonna go really wrong, or it's going to go really right.
So right that people are going to be like, well, I mean, look, we're at the precipice at this point. So why not just see? I mean, what's left to lose? We already know how bad it can get. So we're going to try.
We want to end inflation. We want to put more money in your pockets. We want people to be paid more. We're all about it. I have a plan.
And we also want prices to come down. We want corporations to be mindful of the people that they're supposed to be serving, the people that they're supposed to be providing things to.
Now, granted, my 15-step plan is like basically a child's imagination.
Well, yeah, I mean, that's what it's supposed to be.
It's a plan. It's a plan. I've gone in on worse. I've made it out.
I kicked off this show without knowing what city we were going to do, and yet here we are.
Dude, we're there. See, that's what we compare it to. And plus, we're going to put together, and we're not putting, listen, it may be the absurd party, but we are putting together a cabinet of not just like Democrats or not just Republicans. We are getting people who want to work together, who want to do a good job, who want to help this country be the greatest it's ever been, and new great, like with new ways where everybody
using the top people in their fields.
Like, yeah, I don't want to go back to the 50s and be like,
nope.
Let's make it like that again, because that ain't no. Realistically, I want to make it like, let's just be great.
Yeah, that would be great by, embracing diversity and the things that make us great, by embracing the fact that just because they look different doesn't mean they're not smarter than you. You know, let's get over ourselves a little bit. How about everyone just start pumping your own freaking brakes and be honest? How about you be honest with yourself? That's another part of my stand is honesty, and not just honesty to you that I promise, but the honesty for yourself that you need to have in order to figure out how to vote for me.
So you can either, on election day for 2024, you can either elect the Crypt Keeper or the bloated blimp or us. All white guys. I don't know why we got to get
it's not
one.
Better. It's not. We didn't make it better, but
no,
our vice president will. Our vice president, our cabinet's going to be amazing because we know that nothing matters. We will just find the best people for the job.
You find the best people for the job to do the job, to make sure that Americans stop suffering. I want one of my top priorities is going to be no child should ever be starving and alone.
Yeah, what is that? We're in the richest nation of the world, and we have what, like 40% child death?
Dude, they say, I've heard on many occasions, I don't know how true this is, and when I'm president, I'll find out for sure, that $10 billion could cure world hunger, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And Twitter cost $44 billion.
Yeah.
And nobody's curing world hunger. On my watch, we're curing world hunger. If it's $10 billion and everybody's asking for trillions in defense spending, you better believe you're going to get paper clips and a rubber band before you get anything else while a child is starving. And I'm going worldwide with that. I want to, and no child in this world should starve. I am jumping on that. That's going to be a big one for me. I don't know what
matter
strippers is going to be your thing.
Matter synthesizers. I'm trying to make a Star Trek utopia as fast as possible. You give me the Defense Department funding, we're there. We're done. We've got this. It's a matter of days.
But you guys got a black friend sturdy, kind of like the Avengers with Hulk, except black and happy.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm glad you're happy.
Just like that.
And black. I'm glad you are both of those things.
Yeah, well, I'm super excited for him to be the guy who stands behind us in like every meeting we have. Like, there's always that one person who's behind us. That's our
he should be our hype man.
He should be our hype man. Sturdy's the hype man.
Up. Let's make him our VP. Sturdy for VP. There you go. I mean, we're going to hire everybody else that knows what they're doing, but just those two roles, we've figured it out. They don't know what they're doing.
I mean, they're figureheads. We barely count. It's not important.
Here comes my wife with my coffee.
I'm lucky you.
She's so hot. I love her.
What's that like? Oh, I'll ask mine.
Oh, shut up. Let's find Casey a wife before we become president. He's crying.
It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Everything's fine. We're fine. I'm fine.
Hi. That's the president of our company.
Yeah, she's pretty awesome.
She keeps us busy.
Hey, I gotta run because I just real quick I have to make a quick call. Sorry, got a text about work stuff. So I will be right back.
No
Don't worry, it aligns with also a potty break, so this is perfect. BRB.
I'll keep it going. All right, guys. So 2024, Mick and Casey, vote us in, write us in, the absurd party. We're gonna go crazy, and I'm telling you, I want AOC for something because she yells a lot, and I kind of dig it. So she's passionate. But I don't just want Democrats. I want Republicans too. I want all the good ones. Let's get all the good ones out here, like the real good ones. So that's where we're at, running for president. I don't know. We've blurred the lines of whether this is a good idea or a bad idea, and we're just sticking with the fact that it's a good idea. So hopefully you guys are making fun of us, but in a good way. I am so excited because this trivia that we will be doing is going to be finally with 2 different people. No offense, Sturdy. No offense, Dale. You guys are amazing. But we wanted to shake it up a little bit and have some new people come in. And it's for Funko Pops. So, guys, remember the Lucha Libre Marvel Edition Funko Pops. 4 Funko Pops. If you win, it's going to be a great time. Al Franken. I love Al Franken. I'll put him in there. I'm definitely in for that. I'll get him in there somewhere. He needs to be back in. He was doing a good job. He's going to be hosting the Daily Show soon. Which part do you think is awesome? The fact that we're saying we're running for president? I would run. And I'm telling you now, we run for president. We're not stopping the podcast. It's just going to be 2 presidents talking on the show every week. So we're going to have a really good time with it. But I'm talking like this is actually real or will ever happen or anybody would ever actually write us in any way, shape, or form. But yeah, no, we're going to have a good time with it. We try to bring the levity to it. We love our country and we love talking about it, but we want our country to do good things. And I do want to solve world hunger, or help in the situation of solving world hunger. Different folks getting to come in and play, mixing it up. I love it. Yeah. I mean, as we grow and as we're pulling in more people, watching the shows and stuff like that, it's a lot of fun to bring more people on and be able to talk to them, get to know them. And we love talking to Dale and Sturdy, 100%. We know that. So let me go over some of the things Scene Snobs are doing before we get into it. As you guys know, the Star Trek show is our first Patreon exclusive only show. I'm excited for that. And we're going to have more added. We have more show ideas, things like that. But over on YouTube, make sure to subscribe to this. Hit the like button. It really helps us go a long way. We're going to have a lot of fun stuff. We have Betting Bros, which is, the Math vs. Smash. They talk about sports betting in the world of the NFL right now, and hopefully we can expand on that. Tonight at 7 and every Friday, we have Smash from the Betting Bros. Master Shake Dan himself comes on and he does his mixology. It's Moderately Entertaining Mixology Minutes is the name of his show. He is like me and finds the very long titles very funny. So he does that show. He comes on, he picks he talks about movies. He talks about his themed drinks and stuff like that. Very fun storyteller, great guy. So, and he's going to be joining us for Carolina Fear Fest this year, helping us out. So we are excited for that. Guys, remember, we are official reps for Carolina Fear Fest, May 26th through 28th in Raleigh, North Carolina. So make sure to get down there and get your tickets. I would buy a weekend pass or a VIP pass. With the things that they have planned this year, it's going to be worth it, 100%, because we're going to have a special Friday night live show. We're going to be doing some special things. They're going to be doing some special things, early meet and greets and stuff. So it's going to be a great time. Hopefully you guys can make it out. But getting those passes is what really gets you in there. Plus, they're going to have an after party on Saturday night, and we're going to have a fun time. And you got to get your ticket for that too. And it's going to be a good time, trust me. So we'll be doing that as well. Like we said, the Patreon is being restructured. There's going to be about 5 tiers available. Lots of perks. And those tiers will make sense for the perks because there are some people who want to put in and then maybe have us start, like doing promotions, things like that. So like when it comes out, you'll see it. Our patrons will get an email very soon about like how it's structured. And then we'll be putting it out to you guys. We're going to have exclusive shows. We're going to go, our lives are going to be behind the Patreon. Everything will still be available on the YouTube or on the podcast will be available on all podcast platforms. But for the most part, it's just going to be about, just getting out there and, just sort of pushing. And we have the new shows. We have Betting Bros. We have Moderately Entertaining Mixology Minutes, which are on now. Does It Suck will still be available. And with new hosts, not just us, like we're going to have kind of interchangeable hosts as we go on so we can get more of them. We have a special episode with Sturdy and Jason hosting where they talk about Waterworld. That's coming out this weekend. You'll see it. Here's the fun part. I was kind of holding off saying anything, but since Jason's coming on today, I wanted to say it and Sturdy's here. We have a new division, whereas like we have a division where Tim and Math and Smash, Tim and Dan are kind of handling the sports, handling the drinks, things like that world. We love horror here. We love it. We love horror movies. It's huge. I don't even know if I told Casey this, but we can't, with everything we're doing and now running for president and hanging out at strip clubs, we can't actively do it all. And we are building out this channel, trying to build on everything that we love and put out entertaining content. So we need help. So I went to two of the best podcasters I know, and two good friends of the show, to come in and take over the horror division of the Scene Snobs. The Scene Snobs channel now has a horror division. We're going to have more horror content coming out. And in charge of that are the man, the myth, the legend from Horror with Sir Sturdy himself, Sir Sturdy. And he will be joined by his partner in crime on this, Mr. Jason Taylor from Three Geeks Podcast and Matt Talk. So welcome, guys, to the Scene Snobs family. You guys are already there, but appreciate you. We can't wait to see the content, and it's going to be coming more and more. So make sure to check them out and check out their shows as well.
Super stoked. And it's awesome having them. I can't wait because we love horror. Horror is it's in our DNA. It's part of the building blocks that has made Mick and the Madman. So it's fantastic to have it, and we're super excited. We get Jason in, we get Sturdy in. Two guys who are just so intelligent, so great when it comes to their knowledgeable, excellent conversational skills. And the fact that those two work great on screen. I love the way y'all work, and it's super exciting to see where we go with this and as we continue forth in this venture.
Yeah, no, we're not doing a network again. I can't. That's the thing. Where I failed in the network, and this even before, Casey came back,
right as you were kicking off the network.
Right as I was kicking off, so he saw the stress vibe of it, and the reason being is because I was putting the focus in building this network. I wasn't putting the focus in the shows, and Casey was covering that.
And it was an overreach, brother. And it's okay, but you had to learn. And then you want to do everything for everyone. And when you run a network, you want to be able to be the producer and be the guy who's there and overseeing. And you have to be sort of an editor in chief, and that's a lot. That is a ton, trying to just figure out a lineup of working with a bunch of different hosts and different shows, some live, some recorded. It's all over the place. So it's good to not overstretch again and put ourselves too deep. Have 47 shows.
There's so many shows on that network.
We had so many shows, and they were great shows. Look, none of it was a knock on any of those casters. They were fantastic. And I still recommend so many of them. Myth Story was one of my favorites. Still love that one. There's a ton of them out there that are fantastic and always worth a listen. So it's good that we're off the network. We're just growing and building just as natural friends and family of podcasters, man. It's who we are. It's what we are. We just a bunch of like-minded individuals who love what we do and want to be in control of our own stuff. So
and it also came down to, for me, it was it was me overseeing it and people coming in, and then I felt like I had to do all the promoting and I had to do all this. So it was just taking so much away that I got burnt out, and I was like, I can't do this. And now it feels I don't do anything for Betting Bros. I don't do anything for Mixology Minutes. I don't, and I'm even Does It Suck? I was, did the producing of it, but I didn't have to really do anything. You know what I mean? And I edited
and just enjoy the show. It was great. I really enjoyed that.
So it's given me the freedom to do this. So it's more about building out the channel, and as we're growing, because we're at 1,300 subscribers on the YouTube channel. And the cool part about that was we didn't even really start that until about a year ago. Maybe it was a year ago in November, where we were let's really push the YouTube. We pushed the podcast. Let's really push the YouTube page. And before then, we were at 280 subscribers. So in that year, we were able to grow.
Yep.
And just by keeping keeping busy and putting out new stuff, and it really worked out well for us. So,
and we built, and now that we have, a Patreon with some of our favorite shows that we're happy to be able to give to you all, and hopefully bring you some fun and entertainment. We've done a lot of stuff for a lot of people, and now we're excited that other people want to just join us on this journey. It's a beautiful thing. Some fantastic, wonderful human beings that I'm super excited to hang with.
Yeah, I agree with Jason. Like, it did need to end for us to flourish with the Scene Snobs, because I was able to put more focus into it, and it wasn't just Casey. But it was like I was focusing on this other stuff and like what I had to do, and like you were carrying that.
Which was not great.
Worst horror movie ever. I'd have to see it to understand.
Okay, so hold on. I read that, and I have to. Is Deadmate like? Is it a chess thing? Or is it like checkmate? It's deadmate, or is it like a dead significant other? Like, is it your dead partner? Because that would be weird, or a dating thing, maybe.
Well, I googled deadmate, and it popped up on IMDb called Grave Robbers from the same year. And it's a dude it's a picture of a dude riding a motorcycle out of a cemetery. And it says, cute waitress hooker is romanced and wed to handsome stranger funeral director. He, as well as most of the town, prefer their women dead. What? She is the obvious candidate for that position, as his two previous wives were in terrible shape, even for dead persons. She must be fleet of foot, indeed, to avoid their fate. What did I just read?
Wait, so she needs to be fleet of foot. Like, wait, so she's alive and not dead yet, or she's newly dead and they're trying to. I'm confused by that one so much.
I need to watch this movie.
We do.
Yeah, that's gonna be a watch.
Someone else who I just saw ping real quick that I always want to give a shout out to is our good friend Montel, the Blurticorn from the Blurticorn Speaks. Love that guy.
No, that was on. That was on. He's not on here. He was on.
No, I know. I saw him ping. I just wanted to give a shout out.
Oh yeah, Montel is great. I do love Montel. Knows his stuff about comics, man, for sure.
Oh yeah.
The tagline: "You can't get AIDS from dead." That's not the tagline, is it? Did I miss that? What they do to your body after you're dead is the ultimate nightmare. This
can't be the same movie then, or they were just trying to be nice. Like, maybe David actually has like the original VHS version that's got that tagline. Like, they were trying to nice it up, and now on IMDb.
Reagan was so against admitting AIDS existed that he actually went off and was just like, "Nah, dude.
Yeah, there's no such thing as AIDS. Well,
we won't be those type of presidents.
We will never have these problems. HIV is just a myth, and it only affects those who do drugs."
I will. And then Nancy, of course, told him to say that.
Well, just say no.
Jeez. I remember when she showed up on Different Strokes saying that.
Yeah, so do I. I'm loving the fact that right now. So, okay, one thing about Sir Sturdy that if people don't know, we have to tell you. One of the best parts of Sturdy is that he loves. Oh my God, David was in this Deadmate.
I'm 1,000% watching this. Oh well, yeah, David Gregory. John Henry Cox was his name.
Yes. All right. I love it. Okay, cool. This is happening. One thing about Sturdy is Sturdy loves not just horror. He's an aficionado of bad horror. And I don't mean like, oh, it was okay, but it's just not really great. No, I mean awful movies that are claiming to be horror movies. Sturdy's a guy. He's a mensch. Yeah. So it's going to be very exciting to see how this works out. Because I want to see Sturdy review Deadmate now.
Yeah, I do too, and I want to be on there. I want to watch it and be a part of that review.
Oh yeah, maybe get David in.
It's called Deadmate, like spelled here. It's called Deadmate, or on IMDb, it's called The Grave Robbers. So if you need to find it, Dave, I want you on my podcast, bad man. Like, get together and let's do it.
Yes, do it.
Taylor wants to do Deadmate as well.
Perfect.
I want those in, those stories, man. Let's get this done. So
let's do it. If you all have any terrible recommendations, put them in our Discord. It's one of our favorite places that we like to go visit and hang out and be able to, you know, corroborate and carry on a conversation and just hang out with some cool folk. So cruise on over to the Snobnation Discord channel and make sure you pop it in there, because we should definitely have a terrible movie thread going somewhere. There's a lot of them. There's a lot of threads.
Dude, there's a tech mogul. Hold on, I'm going to pull this up. Sorry, I just saw it. Brian Johnson is trying to make his body function, his entire body function like an 18-year-old. Tech mogul 45 spends $2 million a year to get 18-year-old body and gets erections like a teen. That's too many erections.
What? Yeah, I mean, I used to get one whenever the wind changed course. That's just too much.
Biotech CEO Brian Johnson has a team of 30 doctors and health experts to give him the heart of a 37-year-old, the skin of a 28-year-old, and the lung capacity and fitness of an 18-year-old. All right.
Is he harvesting these things? Or is this he's trying to grow within himself? Because, I mean, stem cells.
If I'm going to be angry about anything, it's going to be this right now.
Oh, do it.
There are people I'm watching in my life, friends, who are struggling to afford to pay for prescription drugs they desperately need for diseases and for sicknesses that they have, ailments that they have. On top of it, I'm watching pregnant women who have babies, who are being forced to have babies, and they have to not only pay the medical bills because they don't have insurance now, the thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars. There's, again, I'm going to say it again. You know what? We should run for, oh my God, I'm getting mad. I don't know.
We should be running for president. You know why? Because there's no reason that a woman should not be in control of her own damn body. There's not a damn good reason. You can't tell me one reason why every human being should not have complete autonomy and freedom here in the United States of America. There isn't one. There just isn't one. It's bullcorn. It's unacceptable. And I will be right back.
Go for it. All right, when he gets back, we'll start the contest, because not everybody's here yet. The trivia game. But no, it's disheartening in many ways to see as many people as I see suffering, and to hear that this billionaire tech idiot is 30 doctors at his disposal. Now, am I mad that people make their money? Absolutely not. If you've worked hard and you made your money, great for you. That's fine. And if you want to have, if you get sick or you have some sort of ailment, hell, man, do your thing. Like that's like, get those doctors, try, if you've earned it, like, use it. I do have a problem with you're not spending any money to help the world. When you have that money, I'm not saying you have to spend all of your money. No, absolutely not. But like, again, we talked about $44 billion towards Twitter. You really need Twitter? Have you done anything? Have you broken the mold with it? No, of course not. You're an idiot. And there's children starving. Call me stupid, call me sappy, call me whatever you want, but just don't call me late for dinner, because I'm going to have a gut regardless. But I am getting tired of this. I really am. Like, 30 doctors to make you feel like you're 18 again? Shut up, dude. Shut up. And you can disagree with me, but I don't care. I really don't. So it irks me in such a bad way. Again, I don't think anybody who's made their money and is rich give up their money. But help. Like, make a dent. At least make a dent. Show me something. And no, nobody's making a dent, or there would be actual freaking dents.
Right. And the problem is we continue to see the same misuse of spending, the abuse of funds, and, the rich are getting richer, and people making rules that are going to make it easier for them to continue moving forward, rather than the societal, hey, everyone needs to be able to move forward at the same pace, and we're only as good as our weakest link. Whatever happened to that mentality? Whatever happened to the, grab from the bottom and pull them up? Because the more you help them, the more you push society forward. That whole thought process is gone, and everyone is just so freaking into everything for themselves. It's all about the me generation and what I can get from myself. So it's kind of sad. It's crummy. It's unfortunate, but it's everywhere. It's pervasive and it's consistent. because it isn't one culture, one group of people doing it. It's everybody has some version of that in everyone's own little, groups, cliques, whatever you want to call them. So yeah, let's vote for the Scene Snobs because we're done with that crap. We're done.
We're just going to fight everybody on it.
Yep,
we're
fighting
make
every single person.
Dead meat and then chill. We're all going to take
because that's what it should be. Don't take life too seriously. No one gets out alive. You know what I'm saying?
No, I take life very seriously.
Take other people's lives seriously, just not mine.
I want to become a billionaire and have an 18-year-old body again. No.
Sure, that sounds cool, but if we had matter synthesizers, we could be on our way.
All right.
Because we could be synthesizing all of the necessary medical things we need.
I'm down.
It's plausible.
Let's do it, patent it, and then, give it to everybody for free. There we go. All right. Exactly. It is time, ladies and gentlemen. It is 9:30. We're going to do our movie trivia game. Today's movie trivia will be coming at you in questions. Let's bring on our first guest. The man. We love him. He is crass. He is a problem in many states, but in a beautiful, beautiful way. I think we all know who I'm going with first, and that is Mr. Fred Carroll. What's up, buddy?
Woo, what's up? What's up? How are you guys? Is this the stupid and sappy show?
Yes, it is.
Sometimes buddy? We will literally say that we want to have Casey's birthday party at the Shame Strip Club as that cop, and then immediately go into you're an idiot tech mobile. So you get everything here. You get a little taste.
Yeah, you do. I mean, that girl's got some. She's got some energy.
Sure. Right. It's incredible that she's able to maintain that level of power.
Yeah, but let's on a more serious note to her. Let's explore this woman's mental health at the same time. That this is a problem with social media too. Social media is now creating more of a problem for her in the future. It's over. She's not the first train ride. Or the last. And as you know, mental health is a big deal to me.
Yeah, no, because it's freaking important, man. Absolutely. It's It was Inside Your Head was the show you used to do?
No. I still do. I did Ending the Stigma. But I moved over to now I'm with Scott Silverman. I'm doing his show because his show had more of a following and he needed help. So I just joined his cast on his show. Awesome. So that's Happy Hour with Scott H. Silverman.
I saw that, man. And are you still doing apostrophes?
I am.
Yeah.
I am still doing apostrophes, and I'm filming a suicide effect movie right now, a documentary called now I don't even know the name of the movie, It's called it's called A Tightrope Made of Twine. Okay. And I'm interviewing people who have relatives or sons or children that have committed suicide, and I'm exploring the effect of suicide on the living, on the survivors.
That's awesome. That's fantastic.
That's amazing, Fred. Yeah, one thing I can always say about you, buddy, you've always been a huge advocate for mental health, so that is a wonderful thing, and I do always appreciate that about you, buddy.
Yeah, well, you got to explore it. Where's Jason? Right. What's he?
Well, I'm bringing him in now. I wanted to.
We know he's not brushing his hair. That's for sure.
Oh. Well, let's bring on our next guest.
He's working that beard, bro.
He's now one half of the head of the Scene Snobs Horror Committee, that division, but also he is the host of the Three Geeks podcast, and he is the host of Matt Talk, which is a Matlock watch along show. And here he is, the man, Jason Taylor. What's up, buddy?
Trying to get my hair right. Sorry.
Oh, look at this. Look at that. Changes the beard. Look how fancy, buddy. You're cleaned
Jason,
up, bro. Great to see you,
Jason. You need to have a beard all the time.
I got tired of itching.
You can't. You have to have you're like me.
Fair.
We look like we're 14 when we shave our beards. So we need to keep them.
Well, you were complaining about being young before, Mick, and if you want to just lose some years, just trim the face. There you go.
You guys are young. What are your ages? What's your age, Mick?
I will be 41 in March.
And what are you, Casey?
I am currently 39. I will be 40 next month.
And Jason?
I'm 40. Oh, Casey.
Yeah, so you guys are children. children.
Fred, what are you ringing in there, bro? What are you about, like 42?
I am 53.
Hot diggity.
Ain't that long.
53.
You were the guy who was in high school when we were in elementary school going, hey, I bet it's going to be really cool to be in high school.
Yeah, my oldest child is 34.
Whoa.
Well, anybody, I could have a 34-year-old if I wanted.
Yeah, well, I started a little young. You know, when you're good looking and, you know, things get thrown at you a lot easier.
Was it a lady cop from Nashville?
Yes, it was.
Oh, that's good.
We're in court now. It's between me and 7 other guys.
Oh.
And that was just on the police force. Who knows about everybody else?
That's true.
And I swear I only went for the caboose. I swear.
Oh my God.
And now we're not allowed to swear on your show?
No, we try not to. We don't always
try not to.
Try not to.
Because I heard what did you say? Bull something? Casey, you know, I don't know. You said some weird word.
Bullcorn. I was like bullcorn. Yeah, man.
We're trying. Mostly because YouTube is cracking down on with monetization on that. All right. So today we're playing for the Lucha Libre Marvel Funko Pops.
Just send it to Jason now because I'm going to fail miserably.
Oh, we don't know that yet.
Trivia.
That's why we play the game.
Hold on, Fred. It might be Private Parts movie trivia. You never know.
Yeah.
I'll try and find one. Who starred in Private Parts? No. All right, so here's how we're going to do it. First person to raise their hand, that's who answers. All right? We're going to do 10 questions. Best of 10 wins. Let's get started, shall we? What song plays over the opening credits of Guardians of the Galaxy?
Oh, my God.
Oh my God, this was during my second wedding. We played this song. I can't think of what it was.
My second wedding.
My second wedding.
Yeah. I got a card. They stamp them I get like the 6th one free. That Love and Feeling.
Nope.
You didn't raise your hand.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Cheater. You cheater.
But you're still wrong. Okay, go ahead.
That Love and Feeling.
No.
You're wrong again, Jason. I have no idea. I really don't.
It is
Redbone,
Come and Get Your
Come and
Love
Get Your
by
Love.
Redbone.
I would have never gotten that.
All right, we're gonna step back for the 53-year-old to have something to
Easy.
Back to black and white.
For which 1964 musical blockbuster did Julie Andrews win Academy Award for Best Actress?
Oh, you
all right,
little bastard.
I didn't see who raised first.
Jason
He did.
Jason, what do you got?
Sound of Music, Mick's favorite film.
That is incorrect.
Wow.
So do you have a chance to steal here, Fred?
Wow. I don't know anything about this stuff. This is the worst morning show I've ever been on.
What's
Yes.
They do
That's
this
what I
on our
love.
morning show. Oh wait, does that mean? So does it mean we're right in line?
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're
We're
falling
where
right
we
in
need
line.
to be.
What was she in? Come on, tell us. The singing nun? I don't know.
Mary Poppins.
Mary Poppins.
That
Mary
was
Poppins.
close. How close? I know a nun named Mary Poppins. I swear.
She was the nun in Sound of Music.
Oh,
All right.
but did she sing in Mary Poppins?
Yes.
Yeah.
So
Spoonful of
she's
sugar.
the singing nun.
Ooh,
No,
I like
I'm not
what you
giving you
tried
that
there.
one.
He tried. He tried. It was a stretch. I appreciate the stretch.
I had the angle.
All right. Let's see who knows this.
You were below the hard deck. Hard deck my ass. We nailed that.
Let's go with the Hitchcock movie.
Uh-oh.
Oh, shoot.
Which 1948 Alfred Hitchcock movie stars James Stewart and was shot to look like one continuous take?
One continuous take. James Stewart. We should be Googling. Could we Google?
Yeah, you can do whatever
Right.
you need to win.
I can't
That's
control
fine.
you.
Jason is. Look at Jason. Jason's trying.
I'm
Google.
gonna take a guess.
Okay.
The Rope.
I will take that answer. It is just rope, but I will take the answer. Because
Yeah, there you go.
we needed somebody to be on the
Nice.
board.
I was going Vertigo, so I'd have been way off.
There you
So
go.
out of 3 questions, 3 out of 10, we have 7 to go. Jason's ahead by 1.
Woohoo!
Casey, do you have a Jimmy Stewart impression?
I do, yeah. Hey, Mary, come to the window. Hey, kids, let's take a look. Oh, my goodness. Can you believe it? It's amazing.
I have one too, and it's Jimmy Stewart and stroked out Kirk Douglas have a conversation. That's my whole bit.
I was on the set of It's a Wonderful Life, and you know, Clarence had a stroke too. Kevin Jones.
Somebody's tuning in right now and just thinks their speakers are broke.
Yeah, exactly. They're sitting there just testing, like, what the hell?
All right, next question. Here we go. I bet you Fred will know this one.
Oh yeah, don't bet on anything on me.
Well, nobody's perfect is the final line and punchline from what classic 1959 comedy starring Marilyn Monroe?
Oh my goodness.
You have movie. Maybe you should ask a Breakfast Club movie.
I'm just not. Listen, I'm no good at this on the, in the bar after a few drinks, maybe. For some reason, it just doesn't pop in my head. Here he goes, Googling away, you little bastard.
Go ahead, Jason.
It's the only Marilyn Monroe movie I know. Is it Some Like It Hot?
It is Some Like It Hot.
There you go.
3 questions to go. 2 are right. All right.
To 0.
Let's see what I can find here. Let me see what I can find. Okay.
I
don't know if I have him pegged or not here. I don't know. I kind of feel like Fred might be a little bit of a gun guy.
A gun guy? No, I'm not a gun guy at all.
Then I'm not going to ask you that.
Why would you feel like I am?
I feel like you're like the haunted writer type who just carries around the gun.
I'm a gun guy. Man, that hurts.
Not in a bad way.
I feel like a gun. I mean, I'm carrying a gun, but it's not that type of gun. You know what I mean?
No. When I say a gun guy, I mean like the good guy with a gun.
Believe me, Fred's always locked and loaded, and people call him good.
Yeah, so that's right. I am good.
Maybe that's what it is. Maybe I just
a love gun. Maybe.
Maybe I just think of his huge penis, and that's why I'm feeling this way.
Yes.
Okay. Which famous film composer wrote the music for Tim Burton's 1989 Batman?
Yep.
Jason's quick.
Danny Elfman.
Danny Elfman is correct. So that's 3. That's
Can he even
5
beat?
questions.
I think we got
5 questions left. There's 5 questions.
Got 5 questions, so you can still beat him.
I'm just.
And I want to make this interesting. All right.
After 2 failed marriages, I'm trying to give him a winning edge.
See, that's the thing. I'm trying to figure out what would, I'm trying to make it an even playing field because I feel so.
You don't have to. You don't have to because I don't play with toys anyway, and Jason probably does.
Oh snap!
I play with toys.
I play with
I
toys.
don't care.
Oh, I know you guys do. I watch.
Okay.
Yeah, they got like beads and everything. Yeah, you've been to my shows.
Yes, I watch on mute.
Yeah. Well, you don't want to hear the grunts. It's terrible.
This one should be an easy one for either of you.
Stop saying that.
I'm telling you. Who played Detective Rick Deckard in Blade Runner?
Look, this kid with his hand.
Jason.
Harrison Ford.
That's it. That's the winner.
That's the winner right there.
There you go,
folks.
You zipped me out.
He did.
You zipped me out. The only guy with a marriage license that says to whom it may concern.
That was brutal. Oh my god.
Jesus, Jason.
Oh, I love it.
Actually, technically, you didn't win because you got 4 right?
Yeah.
And there's 4 questions left.
Yeah,
so he could technically still tie.
You could technically, and I'm only going to make them Breakfast Club questions at this point.
Do it. Everything.
That won't matter. It won't matter. I'll mess it up.
Hey, I got one for you. Ready? Here we go. What was the color of Molly Ringwald's hair?
Red.
Hey, there you go. Fred won. Fred got
one.
Fred got one, folks.
We have time to kill. Let's keep going. What was the color of Molly Ringwald's panties?
In the bright, in 16 Candles.
16 Candles, pink.
Ah, there you go.
Boom.
Nice.
Where What state was Danielson from in The Karate Kid?
New Jersey. Bam.
Oh, boom, Jersey. Okay, now I'm going to ask the last one because I really want to see how this goes. All right, are we ready?
Our first tie.
Which ear did Judd Apatow put the earring in that he received from Molly Ringwald in The Breakfast Club?
First of all, it was not Judd Apatow.
Oh, sorry, Judd Nelson. My bad, Judd Nelson. One of the
What-
Judds. There's
what
only two of them. I had
year?
a 50-50 shot. Which ear?
Which ear? So if he's facing her this way, he put it in his left ear.
Oh my gosh, we got a tie, folks. Can you
Got a tie.
believe that?
Should we do a tiebreaker?
You have to do a tiebreaker. We can't leave on
John
a tie.
Hughes
That's
tiebreaker?
ridiculous.
Jason,
Only
do you
winners and
feel?
losers here.
Okay.
I
Who
feel
played the
fix.
Here we go. I got it.
I feel like I'm going through another divorce right now.
Why
may.
is something else being taken away from me?
The court's
Jason,
siding with her.
Love is the best 2.5 days of your life.
Okay, here we go. Who played the crazy cab driver from Planes, Trains, and Automobiles?
There you
Jason.
go.
Larry Hankin.
I had to do it because you've worked with Larry Hankin, and I know that Fred desperately does not want these pops.
Yeah, quite honestly, if I had won, I would have given them to him anyway. He could take them, and
So well earned, Jason. Bravo.
But I
sir.
figured if Fred had beat you with that question, then Larry would fire you from doing his documentary thing.
I just watched Planes, Trains with my daughter for the first time. She'd never seen it before.
has anybody
How'd you
seen
think?
the extended version yet?
No, I didn't even know there was one.
version.
So there is an extended version. It was at least rumored that there's an extended version by almost an hour of Trains, Planes, and Automobiles, and I believe it was a Canadian version for some reason. So
Yep, TV
look
edit.
that up.
I'm gonna look that up. That sounds awesome.
Yeah, I want
Um,
to check that out.
Yeah,
I hope
Larry
it's just
filmed,
more.
Larry filmed his part over a series of a couple days, and they only used like 5 seconds of it.
Wow,
Yeah,
really?
we talked about it a little bit too when he was on our show. Yeah, he kind of got into that. He was more about talking about Star Trek. We were discussing that the other day too.
Oh, and Dale actually brought up that they did release the footage on the new 4K. So that's awesome.
Oh, nice. There you go.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
I'm excited to check that out. That's probably one of the best Thanksgiving movies out there.
Well, before we let you guys go, congratulations, Jason, on winning.
Wait, before you let me go, just because it's filmed around Thanksgiving, does that make it a Thanksgiving movie? Just like is this the Die Hard argument?
Yes, it is the Die Hard argument because the simple fact is there's only, no, because it's the impetus. See, the entire point of actually going out was a Christmas party in Die Hard. The entire point of this trip is to return home to the holiday during the
Well,
holidays.
I disagree a little. I'm sorry about your impotence, but I disagree.
It's only the left side. It's okay.
Oh, that is what you said, right? You were impotent.
Yes. Yes.
Impetus.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, I thought you were impotent. I didn't want to make
It's
fun of
okay.
you.
It would make sense that the author would struggle with words.
Listen.
Yes.
Casey lays so much pipe that there is a reservation out there that is very upset and protesting.
Oh, yeah.
I've got my own keystone. Let's just say what's
Is it leaking?
up. Not today.
Oh, okay.
I like how
It's a good
Jason
day.
popped that camera up so we could see the Home Alone poster and the
Right.
Psycho poster. He's like, I got
Listen,
questions.
Jason, I could play that poster game too, and
No, I just didn't want you to see me typing a work email.
Yes. That's
You know.
amazing.
Well, I want to say congratulations to both you guys. Jason, we'll start with you. Tell us what your shows are
Hell yeah.
and
Fred.
where we can find them.
3 Geeks Podcast. We're doing so much right now. Now that we have Justin on our team, it allows me to kind of not have to do everything. So that's amazing. So we're back live Sundays
thank
at
God for the listeners.
10 a.m. and Tuesday and Wednesday, Thursday. We're doing stuff almost every day now.
Oh, wow. Okay, very
Fantastic.
cool. All right.
Awesome.
Nice. All right. Well, we're going to let you go. Congratulations. We'll send your
Way to
pops
go.
out to you.
Congratulations.
Fred, where
Yeah.
can we find you, buddy?
You can find me I'm on Apple, I'm on Spotify. It's mostly audio right now. I'm working on a new formats, trying to switch it up to get more people involved and stuff. A lot of author interviews coming up.
Nice.
But it's a challenge, as you guys know. It's not always easy, but it's fun and it keeps me off the streets.
Amen to that. That's the
Yeah.
important
Keep
part.
plugging, yeah.
Although I will need you to turn. I need you to fill your trap. It's been a minute, so we'll circle back though when I get up there. I hope you're ready and got my money.
Yeah. Oh, I do.
Thanks.
I
You're
got
my
it.
bottom. I love you.
Okay. Love you guys.
All right, love you,
Be
buddy.
good.
Later, buddy.
Take
See ya.
care. I love it. That's so much fun.
Oh, and
Um,
Jason, I love that guy. Oh man, they're so much fun. I haven't
They
spoken to
are,
Fred
man.
in feels like forever.
I know. I'm glad that you was able to get back on. Next time, hopefully he's back on to do this. We pick something that's not movies or something more in his wheelhouse. Maybe we should do books.
Yeah, you know what? We should actually make a. Ooh, here's an idea. If you have an idea for what you would like to hear, since this is the Snobs Nation Morning Drive live show, why don't you go ahead and tell us in the Discord and give us the next round of questions that we should bring up to whoever happens to or to not make it into that challenge next week. Let's see what we get.
I love it. I love it. That's a great idea. Sturdy says congratulations to the guys. Jason, those guys were beautiful and you just had on. Fred's in the bar next to Slim and Nunn. You guys are awesome. Thank you for making this long work drive. I'm happy.
Always,
man.
buddy.
I feel like it.
Happy for it.
Me versus Fred in Stern trivia.
That could be fun. That could be fun.
I like that.
I do too.
Bearable. Bearable. We made the long work drive bearable.
Yes, we did. I'm
That's the
happy
whole
to
point.
be able to do that. That's our whole point here, man. We just hope we can bring a little bit of joy and humor to everybody's life because life's hard enough. So let's have some fun with it.
Absolutely. So, guys, like I said, because we're kind of winding down, we're getting off, and I know Casey has to get into the work world, and
Yeah.
unfortunately, not unfortunately, I do enjoy doing it, but I have a lot of Skyline work I got to do today.
Yeah, that's a lot of stuff coming up. By the way, make sure to check out Skyline Indie Film Fest. There is a lot of stuff coming. Make sure you follow those pages. Make sure you're staying abreast of all the news and the need and the now. And if you know anyone who's interested in submitting videos, Mick has some information for you.
Yes, absolutely. And I would like to pull it up if I can talk about it just a little bit because we are really looking for, submissions right now because they're open until March 31st. Let me pull it up so I can show you guys what it looks like and stuff like that. And also talk about something else that has to do with the world of film festivals. All right, guys. So it is up now. Make sure if you have something to submit or you know any filmmakers that are looking to submit films, go to skylineindiefilmfest.org. It's linked down below in the description. Hit submit. They can submit their films on Film Freeway. And then by March 31st, there are discounts available. Go check them out and see what's available. There's press and media credential requests right now. So even if you have a podcast or something and you want to come out, be a part of it, go sign up because we're going to be doing that as well. We want to have like a podcast alley, the whole nine.
Mm-hmm.
So we're doing all of that right now. It's all about just trying to get people submitting their films, stuff like that. Because we want to build out, like we have a lot of venues this year, so we want to make sure that we have stuff to play at all of them. So
yeah, and it's a beautiful place. It's a fantastic area, and we want to have as many people come in and fill up this beautiful little town as possible. And the more people get to see your movie, the more opportunities for someone to fall in love with it. So who doesn't want that? So come on out, support your art, push your art, and find friends who have movies who aren't doing anything with them, and get them on out and get them submitted.
Awesome. Thank you, guys. Appreciate you. And like we said, I'm going to play the trailer one more time because it is going to pop up. It will be on our YouTube page on noon today. It's for the trailer for our new show. We talked about it, Star Trek, Warp Factor Fiction. We're going to have a good time with it. So here's the trailer yet again. So if you missed it earlier, you can see it. This is exclusive for you guys watching the show right now. But when it does come out, please share it out all over. Get the word out there. It's a Patreon exclusive, but if anyone wants to join up and watch it, it's available. But here we go.
That's
There you
right,
have it.
folks. A chronological history of the entirety of the Star Trek franchise, one of our absolute favorites. And we are super excited to be on this journey and hopefully continue on this journey with y'all. And we'll see how long it takes to get through. It's going to be a hoot one way or the other.
It is going to be a lot of fun. And that is Patreon exclusive. So you got to head down. You can go down and look at the Patreon. Right now, we have 3 tiers available. But as of March 1st, we're changing our tier line. But if you want to do it for the show, you'll see what it's on. So you can join up now.
Another big thing that we want to bring up that we don't want to lose sight of is, ladies and gentlemen, we are steadily approaching the Snobby Awards, the 3rd annual Snobby Awards. We are super excited for the Snobby Awards, a place where we can all come together and honor the fellow independent podcasters, all our fellow friends, our compatriots, people we work with, listen to, all of that. So please make sure that you're submitting. And if you're interested in being a judge, go ahead and reach out to thescenesnobs.com. Go ahead and reach out.
No, go email this, either message, because thescenesnobs.com is down right now.
Oh, I'm sorry. That's what I meant.
Yeah.
I meant thescenesnobs at Gmail. That's what I meant.
Email us there or at least message us and we'll get you in the right place. So the site is being worked on right now. It's going to be, I can't wait for you guys to see it. But our link tree is available. You can find us everywhere. So absolutely. The Snobbies are coming up. Casey and other people are way more excited for it than I am, because every year I'm just like, this just is like hours and hours and hours of my life killing me, draining me slowly, make me look like a vampire in the closet. I have answered so many emails this week. All right. We talked about it last night. Casey was there. Is the true measure of success that every passing year you have more to do? And if that is the case, the Scene Snobs might be the most successful thing on the planet, because I find myself having way more to do each passing year. And the Snobbies is definitely one of those things. And it's something after the first year, I desperately was like, can we end this? Can we just not do it anymore?
You were. No, 100%. It was too much. But it also coincided with still having the network at that time.
It
did.
So
I understand that was a double whammy of too much.
I felt the same way after last year.
I know. You did say that. But what's important is
so
the
many
fact
people
that
are happy. So many people
love it.
Really
so many people are behind it. So many people really, it means something to them. And that's why we keep doing it, because people deserve to be honored. I mean, we're just a couple of schmoes who are just some guys doing our stuff, doing our thing. Yes, we're professionals and fully functional and capable, but we're not supported by anyone else. We're supported by you.
That's right.
We don't have anyone else around us. So we want to be able to continue to give that support and make sure that everyone gets that good pat on the back and a good, push forward. So we hope we can continue doing that with the Snobbies.
I think, like podcasting, like you said, not having anybody like overseeing, supporting in that sense, but being supported by the people who watch us and are there for us, that makes it that much more genuine.
Yep.
And what we do. So I love that point. Almost like a president. A president should be supported by the people that put him there.
They should be.
And that's what we're going to do. So Mick and Casey and
parades. They should have parades for us. They should have.
Dude, Jeff Bezos is going to call up and he's going to be like, listen, I need a favor. And it's like, all right, but we want to go to space. I
mean, honestly, it's money or space. I'll probably take it space.
Let's go to NASA first and just be like, all right, we'll give you guys more money. Send us to space. I want to be an astronaut.
We'll go up in Bezos's dong.
Oh my God. No, I want to be an astronaut. I want to be a real astronaut. And I want
to be a real astronaut. Can we do space camp too? I want to do space camp.
I want to pick the person from the FAA to give me the wings, or the astronaut wings, or whatever they are. I want as presidents, as co-presidents, I want a situation like the end of Iron Man 2. I want to pick George Santos to give us our wings.
Oh my gosh.
As presidents.
If that guy's even still in, I don't know. We'll see what happens.
All right. Listen, I'm Mick Manhattan. This is Casey the Man Plot. We are both your presidents and now astronauts. We're astronaut presidents.
We are your astronaut presidents. That's perfect job. Who doesn't want that job?
I want to be an astronaut.
And then I get to appoint. We get to appoint an ambassador to the moon.
Oh, I'm going to send a real rocket up there with like shed material
Yes.
and just build a bunch of sheds on the moon real quick and then come back. And then I will have said that we built a civilization on the moon.
just take a picture. Now, mind you, China on the other side is like actually building one. So
They have to do it in the dark side though.
doesn't make it worse. It's still the moon.
They can't have it. We own it. We went there first.
It's not how it works.
It's going to be how it works.
Or well, okay. Let's start a space war. No more
We're
wars
going
on
to
Earth.
space
All these
war!
space wars.
Dude, somebody get George Lucas on the phone.
Maybe we could have a tech war.
Oh my God. Oh, I don't want a tech war with Japan. I don't care about China.
No. Well, no, they're going to be our allies, of course.
Dude, build us X-Wings.
Yes. Well, they already built a giant Gundam. If we took the Gundam to the moon, right? And that was where the defense started because we have a giant Gundam robot up there on said moon, right?
If you don't think for 1 second that if we can get X-Wings made and we go to war on the moon with China, not on Earth, on the moon.
No, it's got to be on the moon.
Got to be on the moon, and we get X-Wings made, that I'm not going to Bill Pullman so hard.
You're going to do it all the time. You're just going to be giving speeches. That'll be your whole thing.
Oh, I think we decided on a date for Casters for a Cause. Was it the 14th? April?
Of April?
It was a Friday.
Okay. Let's double check and verify, because I know we spoke about it, but one of us may have been a bit, a little difficult to remember. Yes, it was the 14th. Yep.
It was 14th. Okay, so guys, we are going to do another Casters for a Cause too. It's for MS Research. So we're going to start planning that out after the Snobbies, but it's going to be April 14th. And since it's a Friday, how it's going to work is we're going to do this show. Then the Casters for a Cause is going to start. We're going to have a solid lineup of other shows. We, of course, will be in and out at times. We're going to have some other hosts coming in to kind of fill the duties, so that way it's not just us all the time.
Yeah, well, I mean, I know you love seeing our beautiful faces, and we love being able to support and do that too. But, it's better to have other people too.
That is fair. And plus, we'll be doing the first 3 hours, so I feel like a little break afterwards might be nice. So we will have more details about that. We have a lot of great shows that are signing up and want to jump in and be a part of it. So with all that being said, I want to thank you guys. I want to thank our patrons supporting us. We want to thank all of you for watching today. Go check out our snobsmerch.com. We have lots of new designs. 10% off if you use the promo code SNOBS. Make sure to like, follow, and subscribe to the channel. Truly appreciate it. Share it out. Let us know everything, how we're doing, what you think, and more. Make sure to follow us on all social media at the Scene Snobs. Casey, you want to give your handles?
Yeah. Go ahead and check me out at Plotimus21 on Insta. You can find me at TwitInight on the old Twitters. And you can find me, what was the other one? TikTok, at Casey the Badman. There you go. So make sure to check us out. Join us over at our Discord channel. Join us at the Snobs Nation. That's who represents this show here, who is a large group of our favorite human beings. So come on in and join the crew, join the conversation, and let's keep on rocking. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate y'all.
Absolutely. So guys, thanks again. Take care, and make sure you check in tonight at 7 p.m. here on the Scene Snobs YouTube channel for Master Shake's moderately entertaining mixology minutes. He has another great drink plan, some beers to show you, and more. It's going to be a ton of fun. So we'll talk to you guys soon, and everybody have a great Friday.
Yeah, be kind to yourself, be kind to each other.
Take care.